Well, hey everybody, welcome to Fistivities. Thank you so much. Wow, what a great crowd. Welcome to the show. Karyn Bryant here with you, and welcome to Fistivities, episode 88. Tonight, Max Griff is back. Okay, I said, sort of like by popular demand. Max is a guy who was an early adopter of our show. Max is somebody who used to kind of kick it with us, kind of hang out after he worked out a lot of the time, and he would join us on the show. And so we haven't had him on for a little while. Sometimes the timing just doesn't work out when he is training, and that also used to happen more back in the day when we first started the show on Instagram Live. So it'll be great to have him back. He's got a fight coming up on July 1st, and that's the card that Strickland is the main event against Magomedov. So that will be fun to have Max Griff back on. So I'm just looking, my lighting, I think it's okay. I'm trying to set her. If you noticed here, let me just tweak this a little bit. So last week, I apologize, I was Renato and I were trying to get all this stuff just perfect for you guys. And I realized last week, I think my audio was like a little too hot. So I've turned it down this week. Hopefully everything sounds good. Let me double check all of my settings are okay, because a lot of time, no. See, look at that. Boom. So now I'm on the right mic. This should definitely sound better for you guys, I hope. I'm glad I checked that. So yeah, so that is my point. But yes, Randy Hibata, Return of the Max. That's funny. That's actually cute. We could use that, Return of the Max. Of course, Return of the Mac is our boy Anthony Lionheart Smith's song, who is also an early adopter of the show, and who I'm also working with this weekend. I know there's a lot. I'm talking to you a lot. I'm telling you a lot of information right away. But yeah, okay, awesome. Suavecito saying it sounds great. Anthony saying it sounds clearer. Yeah, that was me, because I use these Beats headphones, but I got to make sure that the mic is on the good one here. And I've been kind of sort of playing around with where I put it and things like that. I know it's like this big phallus. If I'm honest, that's kind of what it feels like the whole entire time, that I'm just sitting here kind of messing with a phallus. There, I said it. You guys probably thought of it anyway, so I've said it. Anyway, it has been a great day. I had the balcony doors open. It's finally nice. I don't want to be one of those people just talking about the weather, but it's finally nice. And I had the door open, and then I thought maybe it's going to get too loud. So I closed it, because it is LA, and every now and again, and basically all the time, you have a melange of alarms, leaf blowers, just people yelling, car accidents, all that kind of stuff. So I thought maybe it's going to get a little too loud out there. But now I'm getting a little bit warm. But so it goes. So like we said, we got Max Griff on the show. So let me tell you what I did do, you guys. KB got back in the winner's circle and made us a hit list for Fistivities 88. So yes, Max Griff will be joining us and talking about his upcoming fight. Like I said, July 1st, he's fighting Michael Morales. So we will talk to him about that. Of course, we know, Max Griff, the welterweight division. There's so many good fights there. And even if there are people that you are not so familiar with, like right now, that division's great. We say that about a lot of them, but there's a lot of really, really fire welterweight fights coming up, which, by the way, reminds me, a couple of shows ago, we had Phil Rowe on, and Philly Fresh is fighting this Saturday at UFC Jacksonville as well. He's fighting Neil Magny, who is a former guest of ours as well. So please go back and look at those shows. They're both great. The one with Philly Fresh is obviously more recent. It's fresher, but Neil Magny was a great guest as well. So in that case, we've had people on before who have fought Neil, who have fought each other. We've had two former guests on the show or something like that. So we always say, may the best man win, or may the best woman win. And I feel like that's the case in this one. It's a great fight, really going to be exciting. So Philly Fresh had a lot to say. You should check it out. Last week we had Joaquin Buckley on. Oh my God! And you want to talk about a lot to say? If you guys don't know, he stayed the entire show, so the full 2 hours he hung out with us. We got into all kinds of stuff, so we had a really good time with Joaquin Buckley last week, so check it out. So we will also have our reactions to Vittori versus Cannonier, which was phenomenal. I was sending Marvin some messages. We were texting after the fight, and I was like, bruh, like that was absolutely phenomenal. So I don't know Jared as well. I would have texted him as well, but Marvin's our buddy, a former guest here on the show and somebody that I know better. And so I'm not going to lie. I was hoping Marvin was going to win, but that fight was incredible, and I do think his stock went up regardless. So we will talk about that. We're also then going to have Cheaty's Choice, which, by the way, Cheaty did get it correct last week. Yep, that's right. He did pick Jared Cannonier, right? So I believe his record is 21-12-3, if I'm not mistaken. So we will get Cheaty's Choice for this weekend with Josh Emmett and Ilya Topuria in the featherweight division. It's going to be a great fight. And then we are also going to start a new, oh my gosh, I got to do something real fast. A new segment called Emojinal Rescue. So if sometimes you have you get a text and you don't know what to say and you don't know how to answer them and you don't know what to do, we are here to help you with Emojinal Rescue. So that, I hope, it helps you guys. If you have anything where like somebody wrote you something and you're like, how TF am I supposed to respond to this thing? Or maybe if you're like me, you're one of those, and I'm going to download a little visual for you guys so you have it too. If you're like me, you're one of those people that's like, somebody could be like, hi. And all they say to you is hi, and I'm like, hi, what are you doing? Do you want to hang out? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I'm a little bit of a overdoer and I do too much. So I've had to learn to try to like maybe bring that down a little bit and just kind of be a little bit mellower with that. Max Griff just texted, said he will be right there. But yeah, so we are going to do a little bit something different today as well, and try this new thing. So like I said, I want to, I got to upload it here. I want to get into it with you. But anyway, in terms of here, how about we do this? Because I said it, guys, and now I need to get it right. Because it's frustrating. I'm sorry too if I'm a little bit disjointed today. I got my kid this week and we were hanging out. Like it's fun. It's like actually fun. Like KB maybe hasn't been stressing as much about work things and like hasn't been on the computer as much. So it's been kind of nice. But let me show you this. This is what we're going to be talking about, Emojinal Rescue. So if you have, wait, let me see. It's okay. Hi there. Yeah. I made a funny graphic, so when you have no clue. So we'll get into this. So if you guys have anything, and I put it up on social, and I'll look in those comments too, but we can do this live as well, obviously. But if there are things that, you've gotten text, maybe you're on a dating app and somebody wrote something you don't know what to say, or maybe you actually said something that totally landed like a lead balloon and you want some help, or maybe you just don't know what to say to the person that you like, I feel like between me and Renato, we will probably get you covered. So I see Renato's there. Wait a sec. Wait. Max Griff. What did he just write here, guys? Like I said, if we had a producer, some of this would be a little bit better. But look we don't have a producer, but we do have a man who has produced countless children, putting Sean Kemp and Nick Cannon to shame. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Renato Laranja.
Oh,
hi.
Those two gentlemen got nothing on me. And also Larry Johnson, or as I call Johnson.
Larry Johnson.
Yeah, Larry Johnson, Mike Johnson have been more experienced than that. He's on the Hall of Fame, kind of.
I don't know. Here, I'm just telling Max all good that he said he'll be here in a second. Yeah, I don't know who's Larry Johnson. I don't know who Larry Johnson is.
Oh, God, again, he's a Hall of Fame basketball player. Played for UNLV team, that undefeated UNLV team back in the, and then he played on the Charlotte Hornet. He was Grandmama. You don't remember Grandmama?
Okay, I think I probably do. I think I probably remember Grandma. Yeah. He has a lot of kids.
He's up there. When they did the one about Sean Kemp, they did. He was on the same issue. It was like there was the best. There was head to head for that one.
So get this. I was talking to Kiddo last night because, like I said, I got Kiddo this week, and I was explaining to her about Cowboy Anthony, Cowboy Oliveira. I'm like, he's got 10 kids. She's like, what? I'm like,
what a shame.
Yeah, 2 of them were born on the same day because, like, you've heard that story where he had 2 different girls and they ended up in the hospital on the same day and bore 2 of his children on the same day. And apparently, Alex, I know for you that was probably like as good as it gets, right? Or as bad as it gets?
I mean, listen, I mean, that is You have to be a coxman. You have to be a master. That's not white belt stuff.
Did you just say a coxman?
Yeah,
Okay.
a coxman.
You do. I agree.
When I was a kid, I used to hear coxman, and I thought they were saying cocksmith.
No.
You know, because like an ironsmith works with iron. I thought a cocksmith works with cock. You know what I mean? He can use that one to his advantage. And a long time I thought it was cocksmith. I was using it home, but I like coxman too.
But, well, coxswain, though, isn't that in rowing crew? The coxswain, that's the little person that sits in the front of the boat and tells you when to stroke. Because, like, I used to have friends rowing
stroke.
crew. Yeah, rowing crew in college. And the big, huge, giant guys team had a petite woman that was their coxswain, and she was the one that was riding in the boat because you want somebody who's small and doesn't add a lot of weight because they don't do anything except unify the team. And so it's like a jockey, you know, you want somebody small because it's just kind of dead weight, but that's called a coxswain.
Well, a lot of women can be that way too, when it comes to making love and intercourse and stuff. But she can be a coxswain.
Do you like to be told what to do?
Do I like that or do they like that?
Do you?
No. I like to hunt the show, you know. I like to do the talent. Yeah, I like to do the challenge. Yeah, it's fun. I like that stuff. And usually the women that I'm involved sexually, they enjoy that ones too. That's why
They
we
like
get
being
along.
told what to do?
In facts, not necessarily in lifey.
Yeah,
You know?
I will say those are two very different arenas, and a
Yeah.
woman who acts one way, one place might be totally different otherwise.
Almost the opposite sometimes.
Yeah,
Even
That
some
is
of the
true.
most feminist one can be they tired of that. They wanna leave that in behind. You know.
I would have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, we'll see about that.
And I also am a terrible liar. But guess what, folks? Like we said in the ad, it's back by popular demand, and we got to get him on fast because Max Payne Griff has to train tonight because he is fighting on July 1st, so we got to bring him back. Ladies and gentlemen, we've missed him. Look at our light-skinned big brother, Max Payne Griff.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Showing out, too. Look at you.
Wow, you're showing something for the ladies.
Hello.
The female audience. We just jumped up in the Nielsen ratings.
That's a good look. That's a real good look.
Caralho. Look at the Kool-Aid smile, the white teeth. Who you trying to outshine your Uncle Henachi? You forcing me to use more light for him. I can't believe this. On my own fucking show here?
I was gonna do my hair down, but that would have been over the top. So
That's
Yeah, a
like
little bit.
overkill. Then you're washing us out. You're blowing us out of the fucking water.
It's too much. It's
right.
too much. So listen, I said it in the intro, Max, but we do know you need to go train. So you're only like a week away from your fight next Saturday, July 1st. So I would imagine you're sort of like in the combination going hard and winding down right now, right?
yeah. We've been going real hard, and it's kind of at the end of. I'm still going hard, but just kind of fast. Not hitting people hard. Not saving my body. I'm my own worst enemy. I tear my body down at the end of these camps. So we did everything we needed to do. Now it's just getting the weight off, smooth sailing, and kind of smack this boy.
Yeah, this guy, caralho. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. They must think a lot of him.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm offended by it personally. You know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I did some research for you. Okay,
Thank
I'm
you,
sure.
because I took a week off.
Wait, what? Oh, you took the week off? No, but I mean, Am I breaking up? I'm good or not?
I'm kidding. No, you're good. You're perfect. You're good.
Okay, I'm good. So in any case, I looked at this man, and in a lot of his fight, it even seemed like he's get dominate a little bit, and then people don't respect his power, and then they get caught because he don't look like he's doing much, and then they get sloppy, and then
Real
they get
sloppy.
caught. So
Real
I would say,
sloppy.
yeah,
Real sloppy.
yeah, very, very sloppy. But I think it's because for whatever reason, when you get in there with him, he make you feel like this ain't shit, and then you know what I'm saying? Because about three things that I watched was guys just going in there like, fuck, let me put the finishing touches on this guy, and then boom, they get caught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a.
But that was it. I didn't
guy
see nothing. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing where I was like, Max Payne is in trouble here.
Yeah. No, I finally watched Everyone's Dangerous, but I finally watched tape yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Watching tape on, the combos I'm working, the angles I'm moving, the things I'm looking out for. And I watched it at the end after my game plan's done, everything's said and done. So then it just connects the dots. Like, oh, that's why I'm doing that. Oh, that's what I was looking for. So I watched it last night. I'm very, very happy about what I saw. He's good, but he fights overconfident, gets hit a lot. He's young.
Yeah.
He fights young. He fights kind of cocky and
I saw some. I saw some stuff.
He's really hittable.
Yeah.
Really throws right hand. I'm gonna punish him. When I got this fight, because they said we got something big for you, we got something good for you, and I got him. I was like, what?
Oh,
hold on. And then I last fight in co-main event. It's like, come on. Before that, Neil Magny. It's like, come on, don't do me with this. You think this guy's? So I'm gonna prove a point. I'm gonna teach this fool a lesson. I'm gonna school him. I'm gonna beat him down bad and tell the UFC, like, man, y'all need to stop. I'm not this gatekeeper guy that you don't ever give me these guys that you think are gonna beat me, because it's not.
Now I got one question here. Is there another way to look at this where it's like, how they usually you're the kind of guy they don't throw bones to,
Never.
Right. But imagine what if this I mean I'm just playing devil advocates here. What if this is them throwing you a bone?
Maybe they gave you something where you can show out.
Perhaps.
Maybe there was like, listen, we're giving him Neil Magny and this and that.
But I know what you mean, because in your brain, you're like, I should be getting the names. I should be climbing, and I should be going up. And even fights that didn't go your way were really close lately, and you always throw down. Like, you are such a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
But they also sometimes put people together that they just know has fight of the night potential. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they're trying to make a name off me with him. To finish him bad and tell them, like, I'm not the guy. They've been doing Max versus the youngsters on Ultimate Fighter. They've been doing tough versus the young guys. They've been doing this tough. They've been doing this young guy thing. I'm telling you, I've been seeing it for the last 5-6 months. They've been putting the young guy against the older guy, and they put Ian Gary against all these guys, and they're pushing for it. So when I got the fight, I was like, oh, I'm not the guy though. I'm not the one. If they like him, they shouldn't have him fight me right now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree. If they like him.
So
if they like him, that was a bad choice, right?
But I wonder why if they like him, why they're giving him a dog.
Although they might be giving him a test, like you might be a test. But like it might be like, how good is this kid? Give him Max Payne Griff and see if he survives.
But that is a very big test. That's a very big jump up in testing.
I know, but like Max is saying, they take the young guys and they put them up against the vets, and they try to see what's what, and they try to make you prove your mettle, and like you are what you are. And I hear what you're saying, Max. You're like, I'm not the guy. Like I'm not the stepping stone.
I'm not the guy.
Yeah, so listen, I watched that shit just because when I saw when I saw that they was putting you against a guy I wasn't aware of, I thought, what? And then I looked at his record and it said, undefeated, and I go, and so I went to do my research. Because I go, I don't want to see some kind of crazy, like the next dude or whatever. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then when I looked, I go, truthfully, I'm not dissing him. I'm not seeing anything supernatural going on here. I'm not seeing freakish athleticism. I'm not seeing crazy precision striking that I've never seen. I'm not seeing anything that's like jumping off the page, But what I think is happening is for whatever reason he's getting finishes. So, but the finishes that I saw against the guys in the UFC were when a dude was just like walking in like, this kid don't have shit for me. Like, I'm just gonna kick these guys out. And then it was that. So the only thing I would say is just don't take nothing for granted. You know what I mean? Like just don't do that.
Hands up.
Yeah, you still gotta respect him.
Don't disrespect the guy, and I think you should motorize him if you don't just do something dumb like these guys did. You know?
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, the whole camp. They just told me don't overextend. You know, he catches all these guys on the counter. All his fights are on the counter. And I watched yesterday, like I said, Fugit and freaking Giles. They missed.
That's what I was talking about.
They missed big, like amateur style, like Hail Mary punches, and then he backs up and boop boop, and then he'll swarm them. He only got them when they were falling over, tired, like.
Yeah, but with Giles, okay, that's the perfect point. The way Giles went in was the way you go in with a guy like a white belt. You know what I mean? Like,
but remember, Trevin has had like nothing but first round finishes too, so he has a different mindset.
He had zero respect. Like I can only put it this way: have you ever got caught by a lower belt that had no reason getting you because you assume that they didn't know what the shit is like? You get into it, and then they do something, and you go, wait, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Come on. And it's because you disrespected the person way too much.
Giles was piecing him up.
Killing him. The whole fight, killing him. And then I think that's why he never got hurt. He goes, I can do the bullshit against this guy. Like, I don't even have to pull out. And then, boop. You know, and I seen it. I can't remember the guy's name, but I saw it another time in another fight. Yeah, and I said, this is interesting.
Yeah, no, I seen it. Just be P's and Q's. Don't go crazy shit lunging in. But I mean, his first 10 fights were in Mexico against guys with t-shirts on, short guys. I mean, listen
with t-shirts.
He hasn't fought anybody.
I understand. That's why I was tripping out. Because I was also looking at his highlight reel, and all of them were from before the UFC. And I was going, what am I missing here? You know, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. This is puzzling to me. Why? I still can't figure out.
Still puzzling to me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put him away and prove a point on him.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, don't take offense, because I know what you mean. Like, there's a party. I'm sure, like, you're a little bit offended, and you know, I get that. Like, dude, I get that. And like you just said before, like, now's your chance to just style on them then. Guess what? Tell them they made a really bad mistake and remind them who you are, you know? And the thing that sucks is, you know, I don't know how you feel about what's so funny.
I haven't heard of styling on him for a while, and every time I hear styling on him, there used to be this fucking video clip on YouTube of these guys in a rap battle, and the guy's like, something, because I'm styling on you, blah, blah, blah. And then the dude punches him in the fucking face, dumps him in the face. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
But I don't think I have.
If anybody in the comments, I'm styling on you. And he says that, and then the dude just had enough and goes, and just fucking lays him.
But I feel like it's like, you know that meme with the guy in the red shirt when he's like, oh, and everybody's there? Like that's what I feel like. You know, and like, no disrespect to Morales, but like you said, if you're annoyed with this matchup, if you want to prove a point, like, freaking style on this guy, and you know, leave no questions. You know,
I am.
The only thing I can think of when I was trying to think of, okay, how is this happening? I can only think that early in the rounds, his punches don't feel like much. And for some reason, it gives these guys confidence, you know, like thinking like, this guy can't punch, he can't hit, and then maybe he turns the heat up on the punch. I just don't know, or maybe he needs to be a cornered animal.
Some people are slow starters. I mean, that's a very fair assessment. Cowboy Cerrone was a slow starter. He gave up round one all the time. Yeah,
but nothing looked slick. Like, nothing even looked slick, and it didn't even look particularly that great of a shot or something. I just don't understand it. I'm just puzzled by this shit. I feel like I've seen a lot, and I can't put my finger on it.
So with this in mind, then,
Yeah.
You'll see that it's hype. That's what you'll see. You'll
Okay,
see.
so yeah,
Hey,
so
look.
Max, who you been prepping with then? What are you doing for this prep?
Smashing. I got my secret. I got my peoples. I got my peoples.
Oh,
I mean, y'all
caralho.
see what Fluffy did to Sebastian just now.
Now that guy,
See what Fluffy did there.
that fucking dude is also one of the most puzzling. I'm never betting against him again in life.
You shouldn't.
I thought look, he's for heel. I had to learn the hard way. But I'll never doubt that man as long as I live.
Yeah, he's a dog, bro.
And even it looked like he's not winning or whatever, and then he just wow, a dog. That's exactly how he's a fucking dog. Yeah. And you can't teach that. You either
You can't teach heart. I mean, that's the thing. You definitely can't teach heart.
He's always had it. I've known Anthony since he's like been under my wing since he was 15.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Me and Anthony, me and him have been, for years.
Yeah.
For 15 years, we've been training side by side.
Yeah.
So.
And I never bet actual money against him. Just in my mind, I thought he was gonna lose. You know what I mean?
And people are saying they've seen that rap battle. VT's saying they've seen the rap battle. People are like, LOL, yes. Phil Burke saying yes. It's classic. They're like, oh my god, it's classic. Mad because I'm styling on you, pussy.
Yeah, you just mad because I'm styling on. Oh yeah. That's what it is.
Plus
he goes,
the
you
cow
just mad
is on
I'm
me.
styling. He goes plus the cow is on me like as if he's about he was threatening him. And then when he was threatening him like that, the dude went and just go. And for some reason,
what does he mean the cow is on me?
But the caliber, the caliber, whatever.
The caliber, the cow. Okay.
Yeah, he has the cal is on me, and then he was just like, "Fuck this," boom, and it was shot. Like he just changed the game, And because I had been waiting for that for all my life, you see these guys disrespect each other and in each other's face and stuff. I go, how did they allow this shit happening here?
Right.
And I was like, how is someone not punch it? And then it was the thing you was waiting for your whole life to see someone go, fuck this. Bye.
Believe me, I have literally somewhere in me, there's a fight like, at some point a bitch is going to say something to me and I'm going to snap. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm going to snap. And I know the part of me is like, you're famous, like semi-famous, don't get sued. And the other part of me is like, this bitch has it coming. Like, I know, you know what I mean?
It's tough. It's tough these days. And they have to be no cameras. It's very tough. Yeah.
Well, listen, Max Payne Griff, though, here's the thing. I got to ask you, though, like, because it's been frustrating. We've had you on, and you had some fights that were like they were going so close your way. And you've, like, a couple of them were just like, they're right. So how have you been, though, bro? Like, how have you been? How have you processed those things? What has anything changed with you? Have you, learned anything new about yourself? Because you are the veteran, right? Like, at this point, you're the guy that, should be out here crushing it all the time.
Yeah. No, when it happened, I've been pretty successful lately.
Yes, you have.
Years. I broke my hand when I beat Tim Means in October.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I beat Tim Means, broke my hand, first punch.
Well, I knew you beat him, but wait.
Right.
I broke my hand. I still got my
What hand did you break your hand?
My right hand.
But what? In what hand? Hound.
First
round. And
right when I dropped him.
Oh, shoot.
Boom, right when I laid it up.
And you're right-handed generally, right? Yeah.
Did it hurt you knowing that he was a fellow alumni of the Fistivities?
I knew he was.
We love Tim. Tim's such a G.
Did it hurt you hard or no?
No.
Oh! That's shocking to me.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, no, he is.
He's great. Actually, he's a great guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he don't take it personal. Yeah.
No, it's fight. This is a fight game.
It was all respect. But after that, just really been healing my hands. Or healing this hand.
How you do that with paraffin wax?
I got a lot more precise though.
Oh God.
Because I got my hand back, but I don't want to hurt it. I hit Tim clean. Clean. I mean, I hit Tim so hard. I remember just seeing his nose just crunching.
Oh.
He's a tough dude.
Oh.
Square, dead.
Yeah.
Dead face,
Yeah.
And it hurt my hand, so it's like I'm hitting people clean, I'm getting hurt. So
yeah. Well,
elbows, more knees, more head kicks, more body shit, stuff that's gonna save my hands. I'm hurting my hands. So if I could, but I am more precise, more like a surgeon.
Yeah.
Instead of like a club, it's more accurate because I don't want to hurt it. So
like laser beam, yeah.
Yeah. More laser.
Well, it's funny.
Well, there's also these. Look it.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Like, if I were to fight, I would be almost all elbows. These babies are pointy as hell. And, like, that lead up elbow, like, I effing love that.
Yeah. And I am the only guy in the UFC to take off an ear, so.
The ear! I know that tattoo is so sick.
I could.
Is that Drakkar Klose's ear?
I'd be the guy. No, Ramiz Brahimov.
Ramiz Brahimov, right.
Oh, Ramiz. Wait, you took off his ear?
Yeah.
Did you keep that one, or he kept that one?
He kept it. It took a while to put back on though.
It was bad.
Nasty.
You should have kept that one, and Browns dip it in gold and fucking wear that one. Imagine that one.
I remember that was really bad.
Would it be important?
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Hamid was the guy they sent me that was hyped up, that was undefeated, all first round knockouts, 8-0, all subs. They had a story about him having some medical condition and how he was going to come in there and just destroy me. So I fucking smashed him. It's the same kind of feeling that I'm getting this fucking guy.
Oh, caralho. Would it be important, Chase, to ask Hamizo to do a cast of his ear in retrospect, and then you can make that one? Like, you go to Jacob the jeweler and get
Jacob
like
the jeweler?
Yeah.
I did send him a thing for some earbuds.
Are you dead serious? Are you fucking serious? Did you do that?
I sent him.
That is so cold.
With this company that had, it was called Knockdown, but it was for cauliflower.
That is so cold.
It was for cauliflower ear, so I was,
You dirty bastard, you.
He was talking to
Renato, you know you want to applaud that, but I'm like, that is cold.
I love it. It's amazing. I mean,
it's the fight game.
I love that kind of stuff.
It's the fight game, man. It's the fight game. I love it. Well, here's the thing, though.
Petty.
Okay, so Max, the other thing I wanted to ask you about, and I literally lolled, like I cracked the hell up. You posted something the other day. You're like, when you're late for training or jiu-jitsu, and you're like, gotta grab my gear. Do I have my key? Do I have my thing? Do I have my mouthpiece? And then you're like, but I gotta hit a dab. And I was like, I cracked up because that is probably one of the most honest posts I've ever seen in my entire life.
Now, do you hit a dabs in training camp and stuff? So now I got a question. How, for you in particular, because it affects people different ways,
It does.
For you in particular, because some people maybe like marijuana, but they can't like maybe do something like that on that. Yeah. What do it give to you? Well, if you could explain that, what do you find different?
With a dab versus
in training in particular, training.
It depends. I do it more for after training, more for like recovery.
Oh, so you don't do it before training?
Not game fit.
Got it.
Maybe
just for
maybe jiu-jitsu, but not strength and conditioning.
Yeah,
got you.
Just jiu-jitsu.
Okay. Well, you saying not in a fight camp? Not okay. I got you. Like if you was off. If you was just in the off season, like you're not training for particularly, you're between fights and you don't have one yet, and you're gonna go to training, you could dab.
Yeah, but it just depends where I'm going. Like if it's ballistic hill sprints in the sand, I'm going no matter what day it is.
Because you're gonna go, oh God, my legs is shaking. I'm gonna die. I'm dying.
It's the worst. It's the best, but it's the worst.
You just.
I've always heard though with jiu-jitsu, for some reason, that is a sport that obviously with high rollers and actually work on that, but like for some reason, and maybe it's the sort of puzzle, maybe that's because it's a more mental pursuit, but I've always heard that people like dabbing or smoking weed before jiu-jitsu.
If you think about it, the difference between striking and jiu-jitsu is all tactile, and if you think about it, marijuana or what you call heifer, is when you're doing love intercourse, it's the tactile feelings is enhanced. When you're eating, all that stuff is enhanced.
I wouldn't know. Everything better.
All that stuff is enhanced. But it's like you can imagine grappling, even though you're trying to hurt somebody, it's a touching. You're tactile. You're feeling. It's not like a baseball is coming at your head. You gotta
Right.
hit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
It's still a flow. It's still
It's the energy thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and I like dabbing. Shout out to Carta. Shout out to Hash and Flowers.
For hash and flour.
It's faster for me. It's faster for me. The hash rosin.
Yeah.
So instead of having to smoke a whole joint, or I'll hit it one time and I'll be good. It smells clean. It doesn't stink up the house. It doesn't. It's at a low temperature, so it's just burning, the terpenes off. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what you're talking about at all.
Oh God, you're lying. You're
child
witch.
is here. My child is here, and you might hear
She
me.
knows that
So,
you smell like marijuana, cara.
I'm half Jamaican.
Yeah,
for
you're
Christ's sake.
Rastafari.
Like, I'm half
Selassie.
Do the
Selassie,
goddamn
Gosh,
math. Anyway, Max, though, how was Father's Day for you? I know you do need to leave and go to training soon, but like, how was Father's Day for you?
Don't even mention
Renato's
that.
phone was off all day Sunday.
Yeah, no, Father's Day was good. Spent time with the kids. Went on a hike. Went to eat. I went to Oz Korean Barbecue, and I ate so much meat. I ate so much meat. I didn't weigh myself today. So,
You remind me of my date. I had a date on Father's Day. She did the same thing, poor her.
She was with her daddy on Father's Day.
But she ate so much meat. She was gonna try. She was gonna chummy egg from that one. Oh, caralho. Oh, poor. She went to the churrasca here. Caralho.
Then she turned it over to Red. No mas.
No.
Potty.
No, it's the opposite. I was saying no mas. Afterwards, I'm like, caralho. Just setting an alarm. What are you doing? Oh, poor. They turn into a fucking greedy. They get greedy, poor. They
Is
want
that right?
more.
Chicken hearts and
more.
Renato ween. That's what chicks want, huh?
Chicken heart? Yes, chicken heart. Oh, God.
If we're talking churrascaria, you know the chicken hearts
true.
are always there.
The chicken heart and polenta. No, but I gave her something else for her. I gave her.
Oh my God, Max Payne Griff. Though in general, like, how have you been? Right, like, we haven't seen you in a minute. We gotta get you back on the regular, because like, when it was IG Live, it was easier and you would hop on. But like, for sure, I need to get back to sending you the link, because when we said that you were coming back, people were like, like Max.
Well, people
Payne,
miss you. They even
motherfucking
mention
Griff.
you. They even mention you when you're not even the subject. Sometimes people have said, "Where's Griff?" or whatever. I'm like,
Totally.
I don't know. He's doing it. I can't. Sometimes people got to do their own stuffs, and they're busy, and they, I know how it is.
Yeah, well, I've been hitting pads at that time. At this
Right.
time.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. From
I understand.
8 to like 9:30.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'll change
hit
the
pads.
timing. I'll change the
Right.
time on that one.
Right. I mean, that's the thing, because we generally are on 7 to 9, 9:30 ish,
Yeah.
and so like
I
it
know.
ends up being right in the window. So yeah, like Hanat said, just change our schedule.
Who coordinated that one? Alfalfa Male? Is that who is in charge? It's true. It's the one, huh? The one main leprechaun over there, the California kid, for her.
So listen though, Max. After this fight, it is summer, right? It's summer vacation time. Like, I know you live in NorCal. Like, you're out, you're vibing. Like, so what are you gonna do after the fight? Are you gonna chill? What's your summer plans?
Oh, I want to go on like a cruise or go somewhere.
Don't go on that
Just
Titanic
somewhere.
thing,
Yeah,
I
they
don't
only
even
have
know about
40
that.
hours of air left.
dude. They're
Wait, chime out. What is this?
Hanato, you never heard of this? There's literally 5 people in a submersible right now.
Okay.
Long story
That's
short, they
submarine.
went down to go tour the Titanic. They're in this little submersible thing that began with like 98 hours or something. Recently they were like, oh, they have 40 hours left. They basically have like a day left. And I was reading and watching all this stuff and I actually wanted to talk about this later. They went on this exploration. You were supposed to go down to tour the Titanic, but they lost contact with the ship on the surface. And so basically these 5 people are probably dead or about to be.
On there, though.
There's a billionaire
Maybe
and his
someone
son.
went down in a submersible, captured the submarine, holding them for ransom.
That's not a bad idea. We should have thought of that first.
Oh, that's what you think happened, huh? They captured the billionaire?
Yeah.
That sounds
Dude,
like
that's
a good
not
plot.
actually out.
I saw the controller. It's supposed to be. I guess I saw a little controller.
Oh, the
It's literally a
PS1?
video game controller.
Yeah.
$29 controller. Maybe that's
Okay,
the
now I did
problem.
saw that. I
It's an
saw something
Xbox
about
controller or something that they have.
Maybe that's the problem.
Dude, but I didn't think of that's insane.
There's a billionaire, not a millionaire, a billionaire.
A billionaire.
tell you
So it's a
something?
Pakistani.
With a P.
I believe you're right. It's a
With a
Pakistani
P.
billionaire and his son, and they went. Oh my god! I didn't even think of that.
Mr. Conspiracy Theorist.
Well,
over here.
that's like gonna be Extraction Part 3 or something like that. That
That's
movie,
like Bill
you know.
Gates or something being on the submarine.
Dude,
Well,
There's not that many billionaires.
I got another question.
I didn't even think of that.
If you had billions of dollars, would that be what you would be doing with your fucking money, Carajo?
Well, that's
Like,
a whole other thing, right? Like,
I can
no.
think of a couple other stuffs more fun than going with my son down to the fucking Titanic. Can you imagine what I would be doing? Oh, fuck. The Hong people have billions of dollars.
Max, are you like a thrill seeker? Do you jump out of airplanes? Like, do you do crazy stuff like that?
Not like that. Not I mean nothing like that. Nothing. No jumping out of shit. You know.
Do you have a wifey now or a girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm engaged still.
Oh, I like how you went like this out of the frame. Yeah. I'm engaged still. It's great.
Yeah.
Fingers
I'll
crossed.
get married soon. I'll get married one of these days.
Hey, maybe Hanato can be the ceremony. I actually want to marry people. I've said that to friends of mine. I want to do the ceremony, but you can.
witch-mo?
Me and Hanach can do your ceremony.
Listen, I've been approached to do that a few times, and I've chalked them out of it because I'm like, this sounds like a funny idea now. 20 years from now, you're gonna wish you never did this.
When you're signing those divorce papers, you're like, and another
Right.
thing.
Yeah, you don't need any more help fucking up this relationship, okay? You guys gonna have a fine enough time doing that by yourself.
I actually wanted to do it though for a couple of friends of mine because I think I would actually maybe be good at it and I would take it more seriously. But by the way, Hanato, we're gonna revisit that whole Titanic thing because I wanted to talk some more about that.
Hey, I'm game.
I wanted to
Funny
talk some more
enough,
about that.
I'm the best man at a wedding this weekend coming up.
Are you really?
I am. I'm still concocting the speech as we fucking live and breathe.
I don't know. Is it somebody we know?
No one you know. No one you know.
Oh, okay. So are you going to be serious or are you going to try to be funny?
I mean, you got to give a speech, I hope. I don't know, because he would want funny stuff, but I don't think the rest of the people want that funny stuff. So I'm struggling with that as we speak. Like, I'm like, oh, caralho. Speaking of weed, I smoked some weed the other night, a little too much, and I started tripping about the best man speech. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, this is a fucking disaster. But it's going to turn out okay. Yeah.
Well,
It'll be great.
I'm sure it'll be great, but you're right.
Because
like,
if I could do it my way, it would be great. But I don't know. You know, the families.
How well do you know the wife? Like, so obviously you know the guy. How well do you know the wife?
I know the wife pretty well, but the family, I don't know her family and shit like that. And to be honest, like, I don't think they have the same sensibility that he does. You know, like he. I have to be careful. Let's put it that way. I have to walk on eggshell a little bit. So it's challenging. But you don't want to be boring. You know.
Right.
Like, I hate. How bad do you hate those speeches? I hate those. That's the worst part of the worst part of the whole night is those speeches. You having fun, you catching up with people, and then it's like clink, 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 clink. Joe Blow want to get up and fucking tell you some unfunny shit, you know, about
and ramble,
tell a funny story and all that.
And every single one is always the fucking same. And the dad story is always like, oh, when he came to the doorstep, oh, God, I didn't like that.
I didn't like this guy.
I didn't like him, but you know what? Hey, in the end, God, son, and you're like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, when are you going to stop? You know what I'm saying? I wish I could do just like a quick, like an Oscar speech, one of those ones where it's like, thank you. And then you just walk away or whatever, you know? But
but Max, that's exciting. Do you guys have do you actually have a date to where you plan on actually wedding this woman?
Not actually.
Hell no. That's the way to do it, my brother. You keep it like the Loch Ness Monster or the Sasquatch. You never can chain that one, huh?
You know, we have a 2-year-old, you know, like they in a rush.
Yeah,
Right.
just tell her this. I already gave you a baby. Yeah, just tell her I already gave you a baby. What the fuck else you want, Karyn?
Look at I'm honestly like I can't even. I'm not one of those girls that's gonna be mad at you because I wasn't the type of girl that thought I can't wait to get married. Like I actually thought it was never gonna happen to me. Then surprise,
No.
surprise, it did, and I stayed too long, if I'm honest. But anyway, I'm okay with you as long as you and she and are on the same page. Like you don't need the paperwork. Like I'm not that girl that says you got to get married.
Yeah, I will, but I'm just saying this has nothing to do
Sure
with
you will.
When my ex, I'm just saying my ex, when I tried to break up with her, oh my god, dude, she signed the papers for years. You know.
Oh wait, you mean you used to be married?
Yeah.
Oh God, are you?
My ex. Yeah.
So you're not excited to jump back into.
So you have
that
one
shit.
child with your ex, right?
Yep.
Wait, how many children you got?
2. I have a 12-year-old with my ex, and then I have a 12-year-old with Anastasia right here.
What's the gender of that one?
Boys.
They both boys.
Yeah.
Which is a surprise because that doesn't usually happen. And I actually did an interview with Miles Johns the other day. He has 4 boys, and we were talking about that's like very rare in the MMA world for you guys to get boys because most fighters have daughters.
Yeah.
Because it's payback
Exactly.
for a life of being a piece of shit.
Girl for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'd argue. Oh man.
I gotta tell my kid.
What kind of kid is your 12-year-old? Like, what's his personality?
He's Mr. Cool right now, Mr.
Oh shit.
Do
you have to slap the taste out of his mouth sometime?
I need to.
I think you'll bring your Uncle Hanacho over.
Him up. I wanted to, but I played basketball with him. I just balled the shit out of him.
Did you? Yeah, there you go.
That was my ass whooping.
To show him, like, listen, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better recognize exactly. Like you're all right, young gun, but like
I didn't say a word either. I didn't say a fucking word.
You didn't even give him the too little. The too little.
Nope. Nothing.
Nah.
It's so interesting because my daughter isn't really into sports. And so, like, she wasn't, when she was little, I kind of forced her into some things, and she's just really not into sports. So I don't have that. And we were talking about that the other day, that, like, if I had a son, though, it would have been different. Because, like, I would have made him do sports, and I'm so competitive that, like, I remember, like, playing horse with my dad and this and that. And, like, I wanted to win, you know, I really did. So your son is going to come for you. You know that. No, I know. He be trying to bump into me and all this shit, but...
God, you want to play horsey with me one day? Oh, wait, how you play horsey? What is that? You play like one is hide the other one, and hit her with a hiding crop or something like that on the cheeks.
That's no.
So you can feel the sting of that one.
No, Max, what are you walking out to this time?
I'm walking out to my anthem.
His original rap song.
The Loonies, man. Shout out
the Loonies came with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming out to my song.
Nice.
I'm gonna when we play horsey, I'm gonna come out to the song from the Belmont Stakes. It goes.
And I'm coming out to Genuine, my pony.
Yeah.
Waiting, coming, jump on it. Honestly, we were dancing out today. My kid and I, we actually effing love that song. Like that's
I love that too. In the 90s, we used to me and my boys used to tell girls at the club that I was Genuine's cousin, or if we thought we could get away with it, we say I was his brother.
It probably worked a few times.
Unfortunately, it did because I felt, sometimes I felt bad. I was like, oh God, now I gotta. But
you're like, I got a pony too. You can come ride it. Like,
the good thing is,
I mean, they could.
Prove it back then. Back in the day, you didn't have to prove it.
That's the thing.
They couldn't check you on socials. They couldn't.
Yeah.
Max, what's the best lie you ever told to get over on a chick?
I don't know what that even means.
Embellishment. Using something.
Here's the thing. I would imagine, Max, you probably didn't really suffer in the girl department. Am I right?
I didn't need the lie.
Am I right?
Yeah, but even if you're not suffering, sometimes you need a way in. Like for instance, even if we told the genuine bullshit, eventually you're gonna tell them it was bullshit. But after they're already on the hook, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then it's just funny at that point. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if you're cool and you entertained me otherwise, and you were like, by the way, like I'm just kidding, like that, I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. If
Yeah.
I don't want to lie her, but if you know,
that was so far back. I don't even know. To me, it was like I had to, you know.
I was just about to say that's probably
It
the
was-
flip side of it now is. As a famous fighter, how bad is it? Because I know firsthand. I've been around a bunch of my homies and I see it. Like, is your girl worried about that? Because
No.
you are in a high profile job.
Yeah.
You're a good looking guy. You got a great physique. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, she ain't worried. You know.
She's
not
she's
worried.
cool. She's confident.
Yeah.
She's not self-conscious.
Good.
Yeah, my ex was be all on my phone and all that. And all
Is
that.
there
I know
anything? Is there anything less sexy than that?
One of
Max
those.
and Griff?
Those
No.
are the worst.
They don't realize it make them it make you not attract to them anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what would be the most attractive if they was like, fuck it, I don't care what you do. You'll be like, wait, why you don't
Yeah.
care?
Yeah.
Yep.
But when they do that, you're like, ugh, get off my nuts or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yuck.
Yeah.
Psychologically, it's no good. It's like they should have a poker face a little bit or something. I don't like that one.
I agree.
Those are never
Yeah.
good. Don't do it.
So,
Yeah,
did you
never
pick
do
your
that,
braids
ladies.
pattern? Have you picked your braids pattern and all that yet? Because I feel like your hair is so long right now.
It's so long. It's probably it's like down there. Yeah, it's long and nice.
Are you allowed to put the beads on there, or
No.
that's frowned upon?
No,
You
that's
can't do
frowned upon.
like Stevie Wonder.
That's frowned upon.
Oh, that's too bad. Imagine
Like,
that would be breathtaking. God.
Isn't she lovely? He's walking out to Isn't She Lovely with beads.
Yeah. Why not?
Hey, it's still June or what is it?
Juneteenth. June or July. Wait, what was he had some shit about that now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, June.
But it's funny because I'm sure with you, like yours, like mine, Max, like it's so when your hair is curly, like it looks short, but my hair is actually like
Yeah.
really long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So when I get the shower, it's long, and then when in like 30 minutes, it's like.
Yep. Yeah, it's the shrinkage. It's the. You see Renato when he gets out of the shower, it's long, and then there's shrinkage.
Oh God, oh, yeah. I don't like to focus on another man's shrinkage. God, oh.
I want to see if there's some questions for you because honestly, I know everybody's psyched, and I know you got to go to train. Okay, wait. So somebody's saying sex is marriage anyway. So you're good on getting state married? Sex is marriage? No, I don't think that's the
Look,
same
if
thing.
sex is marriage, then I don't know what
Renato's got a lot of
I
exes.
don't think so.
marriage. That's the most. What religion is that?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but it is crazy. But they're saying that you healed fast. What is this based, God? You healed-
From the hand.
Yeah. That's great. And listen,
did you put it in
Anakin
sand?
Skywalker. Oh wait, Ryan McGee saying Max Payne Griff is back.
McGee,
Can't
what's
wait for your
good,
next
let's
fight.
go.
Not gonna miss it. I mean, that's the thing is
Yeah.
like, oh wait, here. So Anakin has a question for you. He says, "How did you get into MMA? Who inspired you to do it?"
Let me think here.
Because I don't know if
Oh
we've
God,
ever.
I'm gonna
asked you
get
that.
embarrassed. I'm gonna get embarrassed now.
I did martial arts when I was young, but when I was older, I used to watch the UFC videos, Tank Abbott, all those.
Oh, the early shit.
Yeah.
Tank
And
Abbott.
I remember watching Tank Abbott. I was like, oh yeah, I want to fight. So, and
was
like watching,
mean.
I was doing a lot of critiquing, like, why'd you do that, or I would have did this, or he should have done
Yeah.
that. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And then I was like,
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Reggae on the river. Reggae festival.
At Hege on the hip, that's how you did it?
Yeah, Reggae on the
You
river.
was beating up like white guys with dreads?
The hippies. I just security.
Boy, Akasha. Blip, blip.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, it's
Reggae on
mostly
river
the crowd.
was so
the-
was so fucked up. We were
I
like,
can only imagine.
and then I
Colin.
heard a voice that said, "You're gonna start fighting when you get back." And then I was like, "What?" And then it said, "You're gonna start fighting when you get back." And I'm in a circle with like 15 guys, all my homies, and I'm like, I'm gonna start fighting when I get back. And they're like,
And were
really?
they like, no, man, don't do
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
man. You don't want to
exactly.
fight.
No, man, love, not war,
No, man, that's
man.
come on,
But yeah,
man.
came back, and that was, yeah, 16 years ago.
Oh my God. Isn't that wild?
I
Isn't
went
that
that weekend, went to the gym, and went to Marinoble's gym, which I still at. He was
Yeah.
a fighter then. Now he's a coach. This is 15, 16 years ago. And I went back up in there. Fat boy, pizza fat boy, 237. I worked
Wait,
at Round
take it. Wait. He won that.
Dude. No
You
way
won?
did you weigh 237 pounds.
237. I worked at Round Table for 4 years. You know,
Oh, Hound Table is dangerous, God, are you?
I had Round Table for 4 years straight, every day.
And a big glass of hoot beer, like with no ice.
Totally.
Oh, and video game, unlimited video game for her.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you like that.
I know. Look,
Hound
check this
Table.
out, though.
Of all
Round Table
fucking
was so
stuff.
good.
Oh, I know it's
I was
tasty.
so
That's
big.
birthday party pizza.
Yeah, I was so good. I was looking, or so big. I was looking at a photo album of my mom, and I seen a picture of this guy by my mom, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And it was me. Like, I didn't even recognize the person that I was then.
It's depressing when you see fat pictures of
Yeah.
yourself. Like, I mean, I never got to that level, but I was reminiscing about something the other day. I tried to look up a video and I saw it and I was like, you know what? I can't even watch this. I was like, I wasn't aware that I looked like that. I
Really?
was like, ugh.
You were never
Well,
big, Renato. I was
Not
big.
big, not big, but sloppy.
Yeah.
Like just not how I need to be. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know how
like,
you-
where
I know
it's
how you
like-
feel.
Where
'Cause
where I was like this, like
I was a big I was big. Like I'm literally
oh, but I like you big.
no, but honestly, like where I am now and sort of over the last couple of years, is probably part of the thinnest I've ever been in my life. And like a few years back, like maybe in '97, I was training with this guy and I got kind of lean, but I was always bigger, even though I was athletic.
Ooh.
I was a bigger girl, and so I look back at pictures of myself, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm real bummed out about it, because I look
real?
at myself now, and I know that I have a thyroid thing. I have to take medicine, and it's a whole thing that like I'm it's not a probably, I did have it all my life, and it was undiagnosed, and it sucks because like
Ah.
it would have helped me. But I look back on pictures of myself, and it actually like makes me real sad because I weigh like a decent amount more than what I do now, and it like and it bums me out.
Well, you
Ooh,
can't change
caralho.
the past, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you can change that
it
one.
shouldn't bum
Right.
you out now.
I'm gonna change the future. I'm gonna deprive you of your medication. I'm gonna steal that one, and I'm gonna fatten you up so I can see those cheeks and those thighs. Oh, poor. I love that one. I love the
mean,
thigh
they're still
point.
there. Here's the thing: is no matter
Yeah.
how like I feel like I'm one of those people who, even if I get smaller, it's still like proportional. Where like you know what I mean? Like it's all still the same
still have it curved.
hourglassy shape.
Yeah.
It just maybe
like
got
it,
a
that.
little smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong if you maybe get a little bigger. Okay. Yeah, I like the chicken thigh hoid. The chicken thigh hoid.
Don't say
Thigh
that,
hoid.
Renato.
Do you want the thigh hoid or the wing?
So okay,
The
so
leg or the thyroid?
Based God has a couple questions for you, Max. Saying, where do you think you beat Michael,
Everywhere.
and also what
Striking,
holes do you see in his
grappling,
game?
Striking, grappling, wrestling, cardio, ring gentlemanship, know-how of being in the cage and who I fought, experience, everywhere.
Do he speak English?
Maybe, probably, I don't know.
Have he been
I've
talking
heard
shit about you or no?
I don't know, probably.
Oh, you haven't paid attention?
No.
He said something about your mom. I heard, God, but I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to start nothing, but I heard he said something. But
Ooh, ooh.
I'm kidding. I don't know.
No, I was gonna say, but like that's the whole thing, Max. Like you always, you know, and again, like we're saying at the beginning when you first got here, but like no matter who they give you, you show up. Like you're not a boring fight guy. Like everybody knows, like I gotta show up for a Max Payne Griff fight. So that has to feel good, knowing that your reputation is so good.
It don't really matter to me. I can't wait to bury this fuck. Really though, I can't wait to school him. To me, it's like a teacher, school, student kind of thing. He's like a puppy, you know. He's dangerous, but he's kind of wild. He's raw. He's raw. Good word. He could be good. He has the skill, you know.
Yeah, I saw. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. I said I see the whole materials. You know what I mean? I see like a guy who's probably gonna be good. You know.
And that's maybe why they're putting him against you, to make him level up.
They're not now though. You know, I'm not the guy. I'm gonna fuck him up. Like really, I'm gonna fuck him up. So it's like I'm gonna look at. Sean,
I got a question. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Who has there ever been a fight where you saw tape on the guy and the guy has been who he's been his whole career, and then when he by the
Oh no, you just froze.
he had the skill set. Like what?
Wait, Renato, ask that question again. You just froze.
I think he said, "Have I watched tape?" And then the guy changes it up and does some other shit.
Like for instance, I remember. Oh God, y'all never forget. Vini Magalhães. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
He was to fight Phil Davis. Okay.
Yep.
And I was a little worried for Phil Davis because I said, I hope that Fat Boy don't get his meat hooks on him and just do some cheap submission or some bullshit like that.
Boy. He's not fat.
And then to my surprise and to my good fortune, I saw Phil Davis all of a sudden looked like Charmy Hearns in there. Like all of a sudden he was boxing like I've never seen his entire fight career. And then all of a sudden he's doing this kind of boxing and this chiming and this crispness. I was like, oh, I was like, well, and of course he beat the dog shit out of Magalhães, and everything was hype again with the world. Like when Halfie get the BB hider, head hider BB gun, he goes, oh, I was hyped with the world, and then snow is falling like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
But was there ever somebody like that for you, like where you was like, I got this in the bag, and you were like, oh shit, this guy learned capoeira?
No, it's more my guys watch more like tendency more than like moves. Like,
more than skills.
Yeah. It's not just combinations. It's how they move and what do they lean on.
Habits. Yeah.
Not
right.
Really combos. I mean, no combos, but more stuff you can't change. More stuff that you've been doing your whole fight career. That.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed, a lot of the guys that fought him are fighting him not the way I'm gonna fight him. So
I understand.
I like it. So I'm watching. I'm like, why is he not doing that? That's
right, because you're gonna go forward so much more. You're gonna go for
I'm
it.
gonna
more.
do what they should have did, and the stuff that I'm thinking, and I'm getting, and then I watch tape. The guys aren't doing any of that. The guys that I'm like, and when they do, they're landing. I'm like, well, he needs to do more of that. Just like how Trevin hurt him, and then he held him on the cage. He should have been taken off on him. He held him, and then he tried to arm triangle him. He burned it. That was like 2 minutes of wasted time.
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah.
Right.
Where he flipped it over. Yeah.
That's a stupid amateur move. It's like, come on.
Well, I will say, Max, the cool thing is we're also I'm working your fight. It's at this point, like, how many fights have you had at the Apex? You've had a few, right?
4.
Right.
4-0 at the
so
Apex.
Like, you own it. Like, you feel comfortable. Like, it's your home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's something about that too. Like, not only being the veteran in the UFC, but also like you feel comfortable there.
Yeah, I feel comfortable anywhere. Now, this is my 16th, 17th UFC fight. I'm a vet, bro. I've been some of the best on the planet, not just guys in t-shirts. And
right.
I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show it. It's gonna show. Like, it's gonna come out. That's what I do, and I'm better than I've been, smarter. My cardio is off the freaking charts. I've been grappling fucking maniac. I've been fucking cleaning a bunch of the striking up a lot. Bro. Oh yeah.
You can't wait to get your meat hooks on that one.
I love it. Well,
Okay.
look at you.
Yeah.
You look fit. You look so ready. Like, and it's yeah.
I feel good. I feel good. I'm ready.
Remind me of myself.
Ready.
Remind me of myself in so many ways, Karyn. The physique
Ready.
and everything. Karyn.
I am working that night. It's the night that Sean Strickland is fighting. He's a maniac.
Wait, who he's fighting?
Abus Magomedov.
Oh, anything like that is always something to.
I think
look
it's Abus or maybe it's Abus Magomedov. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it,
Abus.
but it's a
Abus.
night where you can totally just like own it. Like I'm excited. I'm excited because you're the feature prelim, I think, right?
I don't know where I'm at.
You don't
They
care
would
as long
change it
as
up on me. I don't give a shit. I want to fight first. Really, if it's up to me.
just get
Jerk-
it, just
jerk-
get it
Fuck out
cracking.
this
Yeah,
fool. Yeah. Let me get in there and
yeah.
waste this guy.
Yeah,
It sounds
I feel like
could
I
do
think
it
you're
today.
the featured.
Yeah.
I think you're the featured prelim, but I'm not 100%
Someone
sure.
say, I don't know.
Well, that's not his concern. If they say you the first fight or the last fight, he'd do it anyway. Whatever.
So here's one question. I know you got to go hit pads, but here's a question. Anakin's asking, how did it feel for you to fight Colby in 2016? Did he think that Colby would be the popular fighter that he is today?
I'd say it's the only fighter I've actually been beat by. I've
Oh,
lost.
shit.
Yeah, I've lost split decisions. If you look at America, they're all split decisions. All
Yeah, I noticed that
yeah,
shit too.
I'm telling you,
Sucks.
if any of those swing my way, I'd be like 25-3, 26-2.
Yeah.
You and Angela Hill have the same
Yeah.
problem.
Really?
Like her record
Yeah.
would be insane if those split decisions went her
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, but Colby's the only person that beat me. That I can say that beat me.
Okay.
But I did good. I dropped him, almost Kimura'd him. It lasted to the end of the third round. Like I did the best on him than anyone's did except Usman in the last fucking 6-7 years.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
watch, I did the best against him, and I was like,
And that's how old as fuck you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's you a long
Right,
time
that's
ago.
you, not who
Yeah.
you are now. Right, exactly.
Yeah. Now I know what you got to do. I got, like you got to be in there with these fucking lions, man. These real lions, so you know what it's really like.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Well, Morales is about to find out.
He is.
Yeah, my brother. I mean, I'm excited
I'm
from
telling
this
you.
one. Yeah, I'm excited. I believe you. I believe you.
I'm fucking telling you.
I have no reason to doubt that.
I know we really don't. We don't.
You
have
heard my
any-
true sense. You heard my true sense. It's just anything short, just don't disrespect, just utter disrespect. I think you it's in the bag. Yeah.
Well, Mystic Black just
Mystic
saying
Black, what's up,
Maxwell. Hey, by the way, what is your favorite Maxwell song?
Mine's or his?
Either one of you. Remember him?
I
Remember
like-
Maxwell for a minute was like,
My favorite is Ascension.
okay.
Ascension.
Kind of weak.
He kind of weak. You mean he's soft?
So I think it was like that Baby Love Me.
Yeah, but
it was
listen-
love
He
music.
was too lovey-dovey for me. We was gangsters and pimps back then. I mean, we did.
So you like- So you only could listen to like D'Angelo maybe if you
Not
was
even
talking about.
D'Angelo.
Little Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, you mean so no H&B for you?
Genuine, but that was. You got
Because that's like
Cody,
stripper. Because that's like
waiting,
black stripper music.
jump on. It is the stripper song. What is your go-to love making music?
It's a good question.
Oh man. It
Go ahead.
depends,
It sounds.
man. It depends. Not too fucking lovey. Not too lovey.
Okay, but let's okay, let's hear it. Like what's some stuff.
Let me think.
Hi now, she go. You know what? I don't feel like being the DJ. What you put something on? What are you putting
Right.
on?
I have a playlist.
Because-
Oh, I did. Well, we all got a playlist.
We all got
What-
playlist. I was just gonna say we all the playlist.
It's
I got
on
a couple
the
playlists.
I gotta look at the playlist.
Mine's called I Wish.
Oh, true. We feel so sorry for you. If only I could
Mine's
walk
called-
out-
mine's
out
called
my
One
front
Day.
door.
Mine's called
Oh.
maybe one day if it doesn't heal. Like what do you call it? Go back to
Listen, we don't got no sympathy. We gotta go out there and hunt for our food, Karyn.
Sorry, my kid opened the door, by the way. I apologize if you hear now the ghetto bird, like literally on cue, ghetto bird flies by in LA while I open my door. But
That's
yeah,
because you live in Watts, porra.
I don't live in Watts.
Yes, you do. You live next to no. You live in where? Inglewood. You live next to the Black TGI Friday and also the Magic Johnson Theater.
I live in the Fairfax district.
No, you live amongst. You
But
live
Max,
in the
I'm
back
sorry if
area.
that's too personal to ask you what you listen to while you're poking your girl, but
Some gangster shit.
Oh, God, I-
the people want to know.
Maybe some 21
Oh,
Savage or something.
So you like to get
21,
you like to, you,
21, can you do something for me?
you like to get it cracking.
21.
You don't like to fuck around. You like to get it down to business.
Oh, he likes Saf around.
Yeah.
to brass
Yeah.
tacks. No lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah.
Wreak Havoc said you just want to listen to that heavy breathing.
Yeah.
No
some
Vaseline
some
for her.
Smash too, you know. My girl
Yeah,
got
I
ass,
feel you.
know, so.
Hey, listen. Sometimes it all depends. For me, it depends on my partner. I'm only as good as my partner. You know,
Yeah.
like and
Mine's like
and I want- you know.
She's like, all right, yeah.
yeah.
You know?
But if it was a chick who's like, into fucking, I know how to
Then
hit it
do
from
right?
any
No,
angle.
I feel it. If they want to listen to The Weeknd, then that's where you're going.
Then that's what you do. I feel like
Or
you're
it's
going to
like-
take the lead from the woman. If she wants to listen to it, you're going to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know what's trouble? Here's what sucks when you go out with a woman who's not in your generation, and like, oh, carajo, some of the music is so fucking terrible.
So she's trying to
Like-
get groovy to Post Malone, and you're like,
Or like, if she's a Latina, like a younger Latina, she's gonna listen to
Bad
like,
Bunny?
Bad
Hey-
Bunny.
like
Bad
Hey
Bunny.
Bad
Gatron,
Bunny!
but okay, but there's something worse
so
than
not
that.
love music. Oh
There's
my
something
God.
worse than that. It's like whatever would be like the corny H&B of that.
The
shit.
Latino version of
It's
the.
like
yeah.
Latino, corny love pop shit, and it is so fucking terrible. It's like I'm sitting here going, "Oh, if only I could put my shit on."
For sure. I get it. Hey, listen, Max Payne Griff, you got to go train?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What about? Yeah,
I know.
you don't want.
Listen.
You don't want
I
to,
feel
do
bad
you? You
because
want to stay with us.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Renato. Now that we have reconnected, and like I said, I was explaining to people, you used to hop on all the time when we were on Instagram Live, and it was just like easier after your training.
yeah.
So now it is on me. It's partly on me to make sure I send you the link every week. And moving forward on Tuesdays, I'll just send you the link. And there are times if like you can hop on after your training, hop on. If we're still going, we're still going. Because, we go basically, Hanach, we go for basically 7 to 9:30-ish, generally, 9:15, 9:30, whatever. So a lot of time there, I think we would still be going after your training.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I
Yeah,
can
let's
last
do it.
a long
People
time.
miss me. I miss you guys. It's always fun to chop it up and connect. And
Always. It's always
Well,
great.
that's the thing, and it's so funny because like I even when I was making the ad, I just I wanted to just say Max Payne Griff, and then I was like, well, I should probably
Professor
use
Griff.
his real name. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's
But like,
unfortunate.
yeah, but you're just
unfortunate.
Max Payne Griff, and it's funny because like I said, I'm working your fight, and I feel like I want to
gonna
say
say it.
things like, you know what I mean? Like I want to talk about stuff that I know that they don't know
Just
or
say
whatever.
it and see what happens. Just say it and see what happens. Like, just say Max Payne Griff and see if it catch on.
Max
Why
Payne
not?
Griff,
Yeah, Griff, Professor Griff.
Professor Griff.
yeah, school's in
Yeah.
session.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Well, I am excited. You are fighting on July 1st, so people should know that. But listen, you have the opportunity, like we're saying, you're against a guy that is a little bit less well known, so you have the opportunity to just go out there and show out.
Oh,
and show
God,
Hi.
What's happening, my brother?
Look at that little cutie. Hi.
What's your name, little man?
Tell them your name.
Guys,
Tyrus.
Hi, Kai.
Say again?
How you-
Say it.
guys,
Tyrus. Say
Ty-
Ty.
Chai?
Hi.
Chai?
Hi,
Or
Kai.
Kai?
Ty.
Oh,
How are
Kai,
you?
Kai.
Ty. with
Chai
a T.
Payne. Oh, chai. Like
Chai.
chai, like chai food.
Yeah, but Tyrus. Tyrus.
Oh,
Tyrus.
chai husk. Okay, chai husk.
How old are you, Tyrus?
two,
You
Show
2
me
years
the
old?
camera.
What a big boy. Oh my
He's
God, you're so cute.
Caralho, I'm only 3 for her. I got my whole life ahead of me.
I am in love. Look at this. Hey, you know your daddy's a fighter, right, Ty?
Yeah.
Is he going to win?
Yeah.
He's like a superhero. He's a light-skinned superhero.
Renato, how many of these have you made?
Yeah.
How many what?
How
Show
many
me
of these
happy
have you made,
face.
Renato?
Oh, a lot of ones. Same hair, everything like that.
Yeah, show him
That's
your
the standard. That's
Show 'em your-
Ty, you got a fight face? You tough guy?
Oh, you.
Show him a punch.
Oh, the disrespect. I can't even believe. Oh, if I see you, I'm gonna give you one of these. Caralho. I should
Show
the
him your
uppercut
happy
for her.
face. Happy face.
Oh, okay, that's better. I'm glad you did that because there was gonna be bad blood there for a
He
long
is
time.
so cute. Oh my God.
Those hair. He got hair like Drew Down for her. It's the pimp of the year.
What a sweetheart. Oh my goodness.
Does he?
I-
He must listen to a lot of sugar free. He looks like he's into sugar free,
Yeah.
Drew Down, all that kind of stuff, huh?
Ty, do you
got some new tree that just came out.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm not surprised for him.
He
No.
said
I'm
it
not
was the
surprised.
gas. Someone with the gas. He's like, "There's shit wrong. There's Texaco, but the gas is right here."
how long till you get him in jiu-jitsu?
He trains a little bit, probably like a year. He's a fighter though. He's
So cute.
he's super
Oh my
athletic.
God, look at him.
Only runs.
Look at the muscles on this guy.
He is
muscles.
yummy. Oh my
Show me
God.
muscles.
Show
me
the bicep over here.
Show
Oh,
me muscles. Muscles.
God, are you?
Oh.
The physique. You look strong. You look
Show
too
his back
strong.
is ripped, dude.
Oh
Look
my
at the
God, the
definite-
lats.
Muscles. Show him your
The
muscles.
The
definition.
lats. Oh my God, he's so cute.
Oh, God, are you? You have too much. You're getting too big.
Renato,
for
take
her.
care of your children. Look how happy Max looks with his baby boy. Take care
Yeah,
of your
but
children, Renato.
that's a threat to my life if they're gonna overtake me. I don't want that.
Thank you. Wait, just say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Wave.
Bye, Chai.
Bye,
Ciao, my brother.
Ty.
Ciao. Stay away
Good
from
to
my
see
women,
you.
Chai.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
That kids like that is a threat to my way of
I
life.
can't even stand it. He's adorable.
He's a good kid. Just push it.
Now, see what I'll use him for. I'm gonna give you and your girl a break, and I'm gonna let him hang out with Uncle Hinachi, and I'm just gonna take him to supermarkets and stuff like that. And women is gonna go, oh, look at you. You must be, oh, God. I
Single
gotta go,
dad.
"Oh, well."
Look at you, single
He-
dad out here with your.
Listen, his mom, ever since his mom died in a horrible fucking accident, me and him is just trying to put the pieces together. But, you know,
Oh
what can you say?
my God. And you're not even, like, literally no lies detected. You would totally work that.
He's trying
And the
yeah.
sad thing is, Max, I would fall for it. Not with Renato,
You
but I
would.
would fall for it. With a kid that cute, I'd be like, oh my God.
Every woman will be powerless to that fucking kid. And trust me. And I seen my dad used to use me for the same devious purpose. So I know how it goes. I used to look like that, believe it or not. I had that fucking
Oh
hair.
my God, he's so
Yeah.
cute. Oh my God.
But
He's very
knows
cute.
Too, you know, he flirts.
Oh, I bet.
He
Well,
looks
all
at
day
the
long.
girls and he looks at them and the
Ooh.
waitresses. Yeah, he knows what's up.
Now, do the little girls try to follow him around and stuff like that?
Yeah, but it's more the older girls. It's more.
I know they say if you were one day, blah blah blah, all that shit. Yeah,
He's
I
adorable.
remember all that.
He's
Yep.
adorable.
What ethnicity his mommy?
She is
Puerto Rican.
Spanish,
Okay, no, yeah.
Mexican,
Okay,
Native
okay.
American,
Ooh,
I like all that one.
nice.
a little bit of black.
Oh, a
But
little
She's
black.
just a nice
Spanish.
melange. It sounds like a
Yeah.
nice blend of like a lot of the best to the
Trust
best.
me,
Like,
yes,
Uh-huh.
for sure.
And she have friends that look like that one.
I know Renato's like, she got a sister. Does she
maybe,
have a
you
brother,
never know.
actually? Max, more importantly, does she have a brother?
I'm not interested in her brother.
I am. She got a brother?
He's young,
So? How old?
20. 22. Taryn
She got any young sister?
20's a little young. Maybe like a 3.
And they're French. They're Creole, too. Creole.
Oh, Creole.
So fucking...
See,
Oh,
I'll
that's
poach a little. I'll cougar a little, but a 3, I prefer maybe a 3 for the first number. A 2 is really young.
And look, if it mean any difference to you, true, don't bother me at all.
I know it doesn't bother you.
Because I don't discriminate. That's the bigotry of low expectation.
No, it's just that like if there's a 2 for their first number, I don't know what I'm talking to them about.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I'm talking to them about either, but neither do they. But who gives a shit?
Who's talking?
Because we're effing, we're not talking.
Yeah, who's talking?
Yeah, exactly. We can speak the same. She can teach me all the new stuff. I go like this. Oh, carajo, this is lit for her. No cap for her. No condom. Oh, no cap.
That's not what no cap means.
Whatever.
No cap
Don't
does
matter.
not mean no condom. Oh my
No?
God.
Hey, look, it don't matter to me at this point anyway. I'm a free bird. I can do what I want. No one can stop me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, listen, Renato, we should let Max go. He has to go train.
Okay. Hey, listen. Okay, fair enough. But this is probably preparing him more for his lifey than anything. And what's more important?
I just don't want to be responsible for him
No,
not
that's
getting his
true, that's
training in.
true,
We'll
that's
you
true,
because
that's
Max,
true.
we'll just
No,
keep
that's
you
true.
here all night, and like so I know that
That's
like
true.
I want to
There'll
let
be
you
more.
be polite, and I want to let you go because I know you got to train, but like literally we'll just
You're
keep
right.
you here all night otherwise.
Yeah, I'm a bad influence, true. Because don't listen to me.
He
Yeah,
always
okay.
busts me. I'm always like, well, I know we need to wrap it. He's like, bitch.
Well, because somebody's in the middle of telling the goodies, and then you're like, well, it's time to go. And I'm like, well,
Because I'm cognizant of the fact that they got like other stuff to do. Like literally,
Well, they
like I
should
said,
have
I
never
don't want to
came
be
on then.
responsible for him not training.
they should have never came to the show then. But anyway, okay. Hey, it was a pleasure to see you, my brother, and we can't wait to see you in there.
It's been real.
Well, listen, so I will see you in Vegas in a couple weeks. And then, yeah, like after your fight, you're probably going to take a little break. You're going to go on a little vacation or whatever. But I'll make sure that I do send you the link every week. And, like, if you're around, hop on. If you're not, you're not. Like, but whatever. Like, I'm going to send it so that you always have the open invitation. Because it is always fun. And I know that you on Insta, people should know, like, you've been doing more of your own, like, fight breakdowns and stuff, too,
Yeah.
right? Like, so I know we're here and we're just, like, sort of goofing around, but, like, you've
Yeah.
actually been doing more fight breakdowns and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I've been doing a ton of stuff. So I'm trying to get into the speaking stuff. I'm not gonna fight forever, and I'm not saying anything about retirement. None of that. I'm not saying none of that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna fight for another 50 years. But I want to work
Yeah.
at Walmart for the next 50 years, right? So I want to
Yeah.
be in the fight world, either the desk or talking or being involved, using my speech. So I'm getting my reps in now.
Good. That's smart.
Weekly breakdowns, weekly recaps. They're good videos too. The editing's great.
Well, you gotta send some of the ones our way, and we can
They're
repost
good.
the ones for
Yeah, there
you.
was a nice one today that I shared. Shout out to Filth Bomb Breaks, the company I'm teamed up with out of New York, where I'm doing MMA content for them. So they're putting the fights together.
And
They
what
also
is the
do cards.
company?
What are they called again? Yeah.
Filth Bomb Breaks. Filth Bomb Breaks.
Cool.
What did that mean?
So they do cards. I'm now in like the hobby business, like the sports cards. UFC, there's cards. There's
Oh yeah.
Well, the
you know,
Panini
the
cards are.
autographs, and they're valuable and shit. So I'm getting into that.
I have a Magalhães. I have a 2012 Magalhães.
Yeah.
A Vini Magalhães, and it have my signature and a dick going into his mouth here. And I think also maybe he looked like he's have bags under his eyes, like he's chaya, like he's worn out.
And a blacked
That
out
one
front
is
tooth.
priceless. Yeah, that one is exact, and the eyebrows go like this. Chung, 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 chung. Yeah, it's priceless. It's a
Couple of
priceless at that
stitches
point.
on the cheek.
Yeah.
I always love doing the stitches on the
All
the
that
Frankenstein
stuff is in
stitches.
there.
Yeah.
All that stuff, Frankenstein, yeah.
That's good stuff. But honestly, no, Max, like, I think that's really smart for you to do that because I'm not going to lie. Like, we, at the desk, my producers and I are always, well, it's not my producers and I, but whatever, but like I do hear from them, they're like, hey, we're looking for more talent, or we need XYZ, or we need this, that, the other thing. And so,
camera. I'm getting my
so it's really, really smart for you to be doing that. And, you and I can talk offline as well another time if you want some advice or some tips or whatever. I think that's a really smart idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
I gotta use
you're perfect for that.
Yeah,
you're perfect for that shit.
I look good. I gotta use it.
You do. You look good.
I have to.
You're ready. You're ready
Yeah.
for TV.
It would be a waste. And
But you gotta get some suits. You gotta buy some suit.
I got some suits.
Yeah, but not those 3/4 length sack down
the
fucking
suit.
Not those suits that look like fucking Bernie Mac.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What do they say? So and so landed on us, like the Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Yeah, you got that 3/4 length.
you and Spike Lee and Malcolm, you all want.
Yeah, the Zoot suit.
Zoot
You look
suits.
like you're on Comic View back in the 1999 or whatever.
Byron Allen and
Yeah.
Arsenio Hall. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
No, when I used to really give a fuck about all the media days and shit, I used to buy a bunch of suits. Now I'm just wearing.
Yeah, but them shits is out of style now. You gotta get another one. You went to the
like you said,
men
you want to
warehouse.
just look good. You can look good. There's a lot of different ways to look good. Although I will say, I do love like a pimped out fighter when they show up on fight night and we show the arrivals and people are freaking bespoked out and this and that. Like I love it. I love it.
All right, well, I'll leave on that. Much love to y'all.
Yes, Max
Shout out
Payne
to y'all
Griff.
both.
We'll see you on July 1st at the Apex fighting Michael Morales. Excited to see you back in action and just really glad that you were able to come back and kick it with us.
Me too. I'm excited.
Yeah, my brother. Okay,
Awesome.
we'll see you soon.
Thank you,
my
Max.
brother. Enjoy.
Much
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
to see you.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon, brother.
Bye. I mean, come
That was
on.
nice. That was like a reunion.
How good is that guy? I like, come on.
He's great. He's one of my favorite guys.
It's Max Payne Griff. Lord of the Pies says wear a nice, overly fancy large suit. Like you show up like,
Yeah.
what's his face from the Talking Heads? Like, why am I blanking on his name?
You mean
In the big white suit.
I can't imagine now. You got me not remembering. His
Where
fucking
he's
name.
like, same as it ever was.
No,
same
no,
as
yeah.
it ever was.
How could we not know his fucking
Oh
name?
my God, why am I? I've met him. Like, why am I blanking on his name?
David Byrne.
David Byrne.
Yeah, David Byrne.
Talking Heads. For those who don't know, look up Talking Heads, the Contra video that did. He's in this giant white suit.
It's stop making sense.
Stop Making Sense is so
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Same as it ever was. They went to Rhode Island School of Design. I went to Brown, so they all were right next door. I was explaining to my kid who's an artist.
Yeah.
But anyway, Talking Heads.
You know who else was art school guys? Devo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Lord of the Pies. Hi.
What's happening, Lord, to the pies?
But yeah, so Greek Havoc is laughing because like they're joking about Max with his girl. It's like she's Spanish, Mexican, Native American.
I know that's
like,
all just one fucking thing or whatever. Yeah. Meaning she's Mexican.
She
and,
brownish.
No, yeah.
She kind of
I bet you-
brown somehow.
Meanwhile, she's just Mexican for her.
She chocolatey.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
she's
So is Mexican the one that overpowers all of them, right? Like, 'cause like, you know how you could be a mix of a lot of things, but there's one that's like the most prominent. So
Well-
like Mexican kind of overrules all the other ones,
Well,
right?
also just because, okay, if you check the average person in Mexico, okay, they're probably gonna be a mix of some Spanish,
All kinds of stuff. Exactly.
some native
Right.
North American.
Exactly.
So right there, that's three of the stuffs: Spanish, Mexican, and Native American. You know.
Totally.
So and the black that she have in her is probably put there by fucking Max
By
Payne Griff
Max.
for her. Yeah.
Exactly.
So what are we talking about here? Let's
But
be
it
honest.
is so funny, and I don't, and by when I say funny, I mean like whatever. But like, and maybe maybe this is something that other people don't feel. But being here in California, where there is a very, very large Hispanic population and Latino population and population directly from Mexico, and some people are unhappy about that the word Mexican took on a pejoratively negative tone Do you know what I mean? And it's a weird, it's a weird thing that some people, they're like, oh, well, they're Mexican. And that, because of also other political things, like it became like negative sounding, which is very upsetting because it shouldn't be. Like, it shouldn't be, but it's been like politicized to make them seem like bad people crossing the border. And that honestly, like, drives me crazy because it shouldn't be that way.
Well, you know, also there's a thing that changed to happen that's not just he's all from Mexican, but depending on which coast you on or wherever you live, whoever is the people that is like more likely to be working, whichever culture or whatever race of people that is more likely to be the working on your house or working in the kitchen or doing like the bottom hung of the manual labor.
Right.
That's the ones that's like came there the last or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then so they get to be shit on by the other races. If you look in the old days, the nannies used to be like black and stuff, you know, and then it became. But if you go to New York and places like that on the East Coast, a lot of the nannies is gonna be like Haitian or Jamaican or
all kinds of stuff.
or
Jamaican nannies are such a thing.
Island, and then whatever island came later, like the Puerto Ricans came a little before the Dominican.
Right.
So there was like, nah, fuck, you know, I'm not no Dominican, you know what I mean? And then the Dominicans is gonna go, nah, the Haitian, look, he's Haitian. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, and it's not just one Haitian, it's true. Look, at the end of the day, it's all people. People is susceptible to the same shitty behaviors, you know, and everybody's, you know, if you're the last one in, the next person who came in, you'll be like, there's no room over here, get the fuck out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
totally. So that's like in Miami with the Cubans, there's so many Cuban people that I feel like if you're Dominican or something, are you treated differently in Miami?
I think whoever came the latest, it's like the Irish, you know, in New York used to be like, you know, they was the bottom of the hung, and then,
they were treated like N-words. They were white N-words, basically.
Exact. And then when you had like the black folks that was moving into the cities and stuff like that, and then let's say maybe Latinos or whatever, they got to be like, okay, let's focus. Hey, look, let's all gang up on this. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look at these fucking guys. And so like it's human nature almost to want to check the spotlight, like to be like, well, there's someone more fucked up than me. You know what I mean? Like,
but it is crazy because there are those things that say like no blacks, no something, no Irish, like, and like, so they were equated. Like it was the same thing. It's
kind of because there was the last ones, and I think because since a lot of the first people who came here was English, I think that in the UK, the Irish was considered like a lower than you know, and there was always like a lording over them and shit. So I think that continue. It's just a bunch. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Bunch of BS. By the way, though, speaking of Irish, did you hear about Conor and the latest thing at the Miami?
You mean the lady at the thing?
After he knocked out the mascot at the Miami, he came last week or whatever during the playoffs.
I saw that. That poor mascot.
There was a whole thing about Conor getting in trouble because a woman had said that he forcibly, you know, took her into the bathroom and various things occurred. And he was being, you know, he was getting in trouble for this. Then TMZ and all these other people actually released the footage where the woman did not look coerced at all. He kind of basically is like, grabs her hand. Like, it looks like they have a thing like, you want to go? All right, let's go. And then grabs her by the hand. And yes, they go into the bathroom. And yes, the security people did sort of close around the bathroom and like maybe not let other people in.
Okay.
But, that's just like yet another situation with Conor where people are really saying that he's like predatory, you know. And
so now here's what I'm gonna say about that. When I first heard the story, I was like, because you know what, I can't help it, I tend to like the guy. I mean,
I like Conor too.
I don't like a lot of the fucking shenanigan and the stuff, the negative stories that I hear. You can't help but not like it.
I know.
I do wish he would keep his nose clean because I want to see him succeed. I want to see him fight. I would like to see movies with the guy. He's entertaining to watch for me.
Yep.
So when I see him fucking up, I go, stop fucking
You're breaking
up.
up a little bit, but you're
Oh,
mostly here.
I think I'm moving a little too much.
There you are. There you are. Yep.
So when I see him fucking up, I'm like, stop fucking up, like whatever, So this time I saw that and I go, oh, here we go. And of course you hear it, you go, there must be something to it. But to this day, I never saw the thing you're talking about, that video, okay? But even before that, I saw a video later after the thing supposedly happened, and they look cool with each other, okay?
Yeah.
Like it was later at the event, okay? And they was like talking to each other, like almost like they was like making plans or something like that, like let's whatever. Now, when you see the woman, I don't want to be. She don't necessarily.
She was blurred out in the TMZ video, so I don't know who she is, but she did look a little more, let's say, zaftig.
She was robust.
Fuller figured, yeah.
She was robust, and she also looked very tacky, just like the way she was. She did not look like something that someone would have to would be dying to get their hands on.
Guess what? If I'm gonna give you a beach in the bathroom at an arena, I'm probably not classy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if listen, if you put fairy dust on me and make me look like Conor McGregor, and people was to think I'm Conor McGregor,
yeah,
I could do very well for myself in that arena.
Agreed.
And I wouldn't have to lift a finger to try to grab. Okay, so what I think is I saw a comment on there that made a lot of sense to me. Someone said, "Listen," and it made, as soon as the person said this, I said, "Yeah." I mean that make the most. If I had to bet money, well, I'm gonna venture to guess that he might like to have a little nose candy every once in a while. I would just venture to guess that. Now, sometimes you hunt out of your nose candy, or you didn't draw
and you make deals with the devil.
Yeah, and and I don't know if you guys did nose candy, but I've been there back in the old days. When you would like some more nose candy, you tend to make friends with somebody. You tend to even hang out with people you don't like. Just
Dennis Leary has a whole funny rant about that, right?
And it's disgusting. It's sad, but it is the way it is now. I wouldn't be shocked. And when you're a celebrity, a lot of people offer you shit like that unsolicited anyway. And especially if they know you like to get down and party. So what makes more sense is, oh yeah, this chick is saying I got some good stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then they go into the bathroom, go into the stall, do that shit. Hey, we don't want nobody, make sure nobody cameras and none of that stuff's going on when we in there or whatever, Now, you got this person, and then, maybe after he's done with her and he got what he needed, he's like, okay, now lose my number or what, whatever. He's being maybe dismissive or whatever. She want to still hang out. And she's like, well, you know what? Guess what? Fuck you. You was trying to put your hands on me in there and in the bathroom. And I don't know.
Yeah, here's the thing. I will say, and everything you're saying is completely valid. And fame is an attraction. Fame is, people will do things with a famous person that they wouldn't do with a regular person or whatever. And so, I don't know all the stuff, and what you're saying it sounds reasonable. I guess my thing on this, when I was looking at it, was I guess then she admitted, she said she had no fewer than 6 drinks and da-da-da-da-da. And so I guess she changed her story, because at first she said she was sort of forcibly taken into the bathroom. And then the video comes out where it's not forcible at all. It's like they literally speak to each other, and then it looks like he holds her hand and they walk in together. And I was explaining, for me, honestly, all the sadder part is, Dee, who I guess they recently announced that maybe she was pregnant again or whatever, and they've been together a long time, and people have spoken about their relationship and what kind of relationship it is, and I don't know, I'm not in it, right? So I don't know, but honestly, I guess to me that was the only part that sucked about it, was the visual of wow, I mean, really just saw them make a deal, and then that just was it just kind of was a bummer.
Of course, and you know what though? Here's the deal: she's a grown woman.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure
she knows who she's with, right?
She knows what animal she's dealing with.
Yeah.
people make choices in this life,
Yeah.
and sometimes you make sacrifices. You sacrifice some stuff for some other stuffs, you know. And
She was always great, though. I'm just saying, like, I
Yeah.
hope she's not hurt by it, because I hope
I'm
she
sure
is.
she's hurt. I'm sure she's hurt in a certain sense. Nobody wants that, you know. But at a certain point, you go. I mean, you know, I don't know what's the fucking option, you know.
I don't
mean,
know.
I don't know.
All I'm saying is, I know for me, if it came to a position where, let's say, I was with somebody who really took care of every sort of financial, whatever other need I had,
Yeah.
and the caveat was, I'ma maybe go poke some other girls sometimes.
Yeah.
I might be okay with that. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
If
And let me tell you
I
something.
don't know
If
the
you-
relationship. I'm not there. I'm just.
True.
I just hope. I hope they're okay with each other.
Well,
and
and
it
another
seems like
thing
they
is-
are. I hope they are.
Yeah, another thing is, you know, this dynamic too. A lot of times, like, people, maybe if they didn't have a kid, would be the fuck out of there. But
Right.
you know, sometimes people go, look, I know what the fuck he's up to. This guy's traveling half the fucking time anyway. I'm alone anyway, even if he's not cheating. And you know what? That gives me a fucking excuse to get something on the side if I need to do it. And as soon as the kids is grown, we'll fucking get, you know. But for now, I'm not gonna upset the apple cart. I don't know. Big
Yeah, who
fucking
knows?
deal.
We're not in their marriage or their relationship. We don't know the
Yeah.
deal. But I did. The only thing I was going to say about Conor is that
Yeah.
it came out that, and surprise, surprise, to nobody's surprise, he did
Yeah.
not enter the USADA window. Did not.
I
You know.
heard.
Yeah, so there may not be a fight in 2023 unless
Yeah.
you know he gets an exemption or whatever. I don't think anybody's surprised by that.
No, no one's surprised.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, who was saying that some fighter was wanting to fight?
Well, obviously Chandler wants to fight him, but
No, it was Makachev was, I think, saying like, or no, who was it? Somebody, one of those type of guys was saying, "Hey, fight me." Connor ain't gonna be ready for that shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he never was. That's what
Yeah.
he was saying. But it's
and
funny
he's
that right
massive
after
right
that-
now too. Like it's not like
Yeah.
obviously it would be a 7 to
Yeah.
170 fight anyway or whatever.
Yeah.
Anakin saying, in their opinion, they think Conor needs to take a break from all the partying and everything he's doing that's
Well,
affecting.
yeah, that would be nice, but you know.
And just focus on training. Lord of the Flies saying family and training, stay home in Ireland and stay with Kavanaugh and spend time with the kids every night while training during the day.
Well-
Don't know one way or the other. And mixed martial arts saying just weird seeing settlements against Conor and NBA and the Miami Heat. Like it is a little weird, but
It is, but I think, you know, and again, this is just speculation, but if it is drug, when you're into any kind of drugs and stuff, you put yourself in these fucked up situations, you know, because you're mixing with people you're mixing with people that don't have their shit together, and sometimes don't have your best interest in mind. You know, they're not making good decisions. You know?
right. Well, Lord of the
So-
Pies here saying, okay, so he's married with children. I don't know if they're actually married, but essentially common law married. But taking
Mm.
random women into bathroom stalls, I'm done with Conor. I mean, that's the thing that's hard, right? Because, like, it's weird because to me, I want people to take the opportunity they had in the UFC and like kick ass in the UFC and then translate it into other things and like continue to grow from there, which he has
Yeah,
done.
but
Which
you
he
know-
has done, and he's a movie star. He's a star. Like if an old lady comes up to me at the grocery store, she asks about Conor. Like that's the name brand that people know.
sure.
And I agree, though. It's like I want him to do good things, right? Like it's like I want the jump to be into positive things.
Yeah, of course.
But
Of course, but don't we want that for everybody? I mean, we want
Yeah.
that for our family members, but then we have
Right.
family members that is drug addicts. You know what I mean? And of course we want.
I don't
them
know if
to
he's
not
a
be
drug
that.
addict. I think he's addicted
No.
to the
I
lifestyle,
don't know
right,
what
or
he is.
whatever. Like we know, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you get to a point and there's so much stuff available to you all the time. It takes
Yeah.
a lot to turn it down. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also it's stressful keeping that balloon of fame and you self-image afloat,
Yeah.
and to always have to be carrying that every single day.
Yeah.
You know, it's a heavy fucking burden, and it's not natural. It's not natural for anybody. it's a very unnatural. You're not supposed to have everybody in the world look at you and
Yeah.
know who you are.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have everybody talking to you and taking your energy all day long. It's not natural for any human being, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting because and you and I maybe are more sympathetic, than a lot of people are. But I am sympathetic to him and Dee, or whatever. Like I get it because I've seen it before. I've been in it. I've lived in that world. I've seen, yeah. I hope he does fight again, but at the same time, he doesn't need to. To me, if Conor just went on and became a movie star and did Roadhouse and all these other stuff, like I'd be cool with that too.
I think there's something in him where he have to prove.
He's
I
competitive.
think that
Yeah.
he's competitive and he does have an ego, and that's what made him get to where he is in the first place,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can stomach being irrelevant in MMA. You know, I think he has to. I think he has to do something in there because I think it burns him when he watches these fights because he truly, you can tell I mean, if nothing else, he's still a fan of the sport. And
Yeah.
he watches all these fights, and he
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, I want to get in there," like.
Yeah.
And you see his physique. I mean, it's not like
He's
he's wasting
yoked.
away. I mean, he's still relatively young and
Yeah.
full of vitality, but it's that hockey 3 shit, You're not hungry. Hell, you ain't been hungry since you won that title,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, I get, like, I understand that a lot of people have turned on him, and I can understand the rationale, but I am still rooting for him to like, I'm
Me
still,
too.
I'm still rooting for him. And maybe that's because I know, from my side of the equation, and I've said this before, but like every time I've ever had to deal with him interview wise, whatever, like he's great. And he's the kind of person that I love to interview because he gets it. He gives back. He understands what the point of this is. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's
a showman.
He gets it. He's a showman, right? And so that's exciting to be around, and you feed off that.
Yeah.
And so to me, I still am always rooting for him to succeed. I really am.
Listen, it's hard. Sometimes these kind of, and I'm sure his brain is firing off all the fucking time, like a fireworks. And brains like that also, they need they can get out of sometimes like if they're not creating and doing fights or focusing on fight, if they don't have a place to focus their energy, they need, he needs to put alcohol into anything. And that's what these guys, a lot of how many musicians, artists, all these people, these creative people, they implode and they self-destruct, because it's like they don't know what the fuck to do with themselves outside of doing their art.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
for
No,
him,
you get
it's martial art. Yeah.
right. No, you get exactly. It's the demons come when you're not doing the thing that you're deified to do. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's a
Exactly.
lot to it. And
Yeah.
I do hope though. Look at whether or not he fights again in the UFC or whatever. Like I don't know. People VT saying, why root for him? He's a rich millionaire that cheats on his wife. What's there to root for? There's a lot of other entertaining fighters. There's a ton of entertaining fighters.
Sure.
There are a ton of entertaining fighters. I root for him in that when he's doing well, we're all doing well though. He raises the water level for the whole UFC. He raises the water level for everybody. When Conor's doing great and when Conor's thriving, the UFC, it's good for all of us.
And it can be a lot of fun. I mean, we had even like I never was a hater, but even if you was a hater, he provided you a lot of fun because you got to hoot against him. That's even fun. It's fun to fun to hate people. It's fun to hate the. You know what? We like going to the movies. We don't want the good guy not to have a bad guy in the movie.
Right.
Still you gotta have that, and we want to have that, and you want to have the excitement. And even if you hate the guy, you gotta admit he's a good villain, Dan.
He's a good villain,
it's just
right?
fun.
And it's like again, it's not like you're not rooting for him to be a bad human. I'm actually rooting for him to turn it around and get back to just being that purely entertaining fighter. Like that's what I'm rooting for.
He needs his Apollo Creed to take him to the, bring him back to the black fucking gym over there in Watts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm not rooting for a rich guy to just be an a-hole on a yacht. Like, I'm rooting for him to come back to the guy that we all know is,
In fact, I hate all that bullshit, to be honest. That shit don't impress me. Like, all the Gucci shit and all that and the shopping and stuff. I tune out of that. But whatever he was doing in those fights and preparing and the shit talking before the fights and stuff, I'm interested in that. Sorry. I always have been. I used to like Macho Camacho.
Right.
I used to like all the guys who talk shit and Muhammad Ali, fucking, you name it.
Of course.
Even Prince Nassim Hamed, boy, I used to love
Right,
that guy.
right. I mean, listen, I remember one time interviewing Randy, and it was amazing at my old radio station, and it was so great. But, like, exactly that. Like, I remember working the early Conor fights, like, because that's the whole thing is, like, I've been here, working sort of through the whole course of his career. And so that's what I'm rooting for, I guess, is
to get back to that, yeah.
Exactly, that spirit of that, because I know how much excitement he brought, not only to the fans, but to the production, to everything. And you can't, as much as you want to maybe be mad or salty about various things, like, you cannot deny he's a superstar. Like, he makes people pay attention.
For sure. And there's another thing I like, which is why I like all the Mexicans doing well now in the sport.
They're crushing.
I like anybody. I love to see people from places that you wouldn't expect to have stars in something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for instance, if there was, I mean, it's never gonna happen, but if there was like an Irish basketball superstar, you know what I mean? You couldn't help but root for the guy. You like, look at this. They don't got one. Look, this is their guy, and
dude, if there was a swimmer from like the Cameroon, right? Like, if there was a swimmer, you'd be like, that's my guy.
A black hockey player. When you see these things, I always like people who you don't traditionally associate with something having success, so that they people back there. Same if you have some guy from Guam or something. I'm like, I want that guy to win, because I'm like, imagine all those fucking people back there. They're like, oh, one of our guys.
One of us, exactly. Exactly. Well, I agree with you on that, and I know we took a little bit of a diversion to that.
Sure, a lot.
Okay,
a lot.
well,
we stayed on that.
Okay, so there's a couple things, and I see Phaser's got a dating question, so we'll get to the dating stuff and the emoji stuff in a second. So let me do one thing, though, Hanacha. I want to ask you about this, only
Please,
because
feel free.
Do you need to hit the restroom or anything? Are you good?
Not right now. I've been kind of I'm okay.
You're sure?
For a second, yeah.
Okay.
I guess now that you say it, now I feel almost like I have to. But
well, we're not gonna though right now, because by the way, was this not? Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Wait. Let me get the right look. Wait. Sorry. There's other. Here we go. This is the one I want. How amazing was Vittori versus Cannonier?
I can't. Vittori is a tough customer.
Yeah.
He's a tough biscotti. I mean, this guy is.
You're trying to think of the Italian. He's a tough. You're trying to think of like the Italian pastries. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. All I can think of is gelato, but he's not that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sad for him that he lost, but fuck. I mean, he sure showed that the Italian. I'm sure his Italian, even though he lost, I'm sure his Italians took something from like, this fucking guy's a warrior.
Well, that's the thing, and that's the question, and it's an interesting thing, right? Like, it's almost like this fight did more for Marvin than it did for Jared in a way, like, which is weird because Jared won. But I almost feel like more people are like, bro, Vittori didn't get knocked out. And look Marvin and I were texting the other day, because my mind was blown. I was like, how did you do this? You're a total G. You have so much heart. I can't believe it. Like, yeah. Wait, what?
What did he say? Did he say something about that?
Yeah. No, we were talking. Well, where's my phone? I think I dropped it. But we were.
Well, we don't need to know the exact words. We don't want to put him on blast or whatever.
But no. But I was just like, bro, like you are amazing, and like you need to like go, take a break. And I did all the emojis, which we will get to Emojinal rescue with all
fighters tend to dismiss that stuff. They go like, yeah, but at the end of the day, I fucking lost.
No. So I'm like,
yeah.
Marvin, you are incredible. That was such an amazing fight. You have the heart of 10,000 warriors. I hope you heal up quickly because we need guys like you. And I had all these words. He's just like, thank you,
That's
Karyn.
nice.
And then I'm like, seriously, that was legendary-esque, enjoy some well-deserved time off. And I've got the beers and the pasta. And I'm like, I hope to see you soon. And he's like, thank you. Yes, for sure. Pasta and lots of beer, like that's on our thing here. So, like that was Sunday probably. So it was right after it, whatever. But I just wanted him to know that, like, dude, like, what? Like, what? How
he's never been accused of being a boring fighter, Right. I mean, he's just one of those guys that he just haven't gotten over the last hump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's always high there, I mean, he's high there.
I know, and that's the thing is, like, and I feel like some people kind of give him a hard time about different things, but he's always been a guy that just shows that, like, on fight, like, he always gives you something to talk about.
He always
like,
does. He always does. I think people realize that he's very emotional, so it's easy to rile him up. So I think that's why people like to fuck with him,
Right.
But I think with Cannonier, I think it's like one of those situations. He get not a bad hat, but it's a fucked up thing with him because it's like, why aren't people more excited about him? And I think it's like, I think the look of him, he looked like I don't know, a fucking he looked like a superhero. So I feel like people think like, yeah, you're supposed to win or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like the bar is set too high. Like you're supposed to beat that people is not. I don't know. For some reason he's not like a fan favorite. Maybe he's too mild mannered. I don't know what it is. He don't talk enough shit. Maybe I don't know. I like the guy.
I agree with you. Like, yeah. I love that guy, right? And so, but I met him, years ago at King's, and I met him as part of like a family of people that I already loved. You know what I mean?
True.
And so I had already just like almost automatic affection for the guy. Like, well, you're part of this team. I love you. Like, there's no way, because there's nobody here at King's that I don't like. You know what I mean? And so,
and I know he doesn't. Nice? Do you think
I don't know, and I know he's moved on, and he's been training at different places, and this time he had like Dewey and those guys with him, right?
What do you think the fans think? Maybe
I
the
don't
fans
know,
have
but we can ask him. I think some of the things came like when he was fighting Izzy and when he was fighting different people. Maybe they liked his opponent more, and then Marvin became the whatever guy. But like, he's awesome, and people should know that. Like,
for as well as he's done, I don't feel like people go, "Ooh, Jared Cannonier's fighting." I feel like the story is always about the guy he's fighting, and I can't put my finger on that one.
I don't know, and I don't know, or maybe it's just that
because he's not boring. He's not boring.
No, he's not boring at all. Maybe it's just that he lost the ones, like he lost to Izzy, and I was at the first one. He almost beat Izzy. If he had landed that takedown, we've talked about this before. If he had landed that takedown that he landed third round earlier, you never know. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it does bum me out that maybe he doesn't get as much respect and love as he should because he always throws down.
Well, there's always people like that. Like I always say NBA because that's like just the sport other than the shit that I watch a lot. And it's like Tim Duncan is arguably the best power forward that ever played the game. I used to be bored by the guy. I was never I respected him.
Right.
But I would just be like, ho hum. I mean, and I don't know why. I couldn't put my finger on it. And I think maybe it's because when he would do all this stuff, he'd be like, yeah, I did that. And okay. He didn't have a lot of pizzazz about like what he was doing.
There's some fairness to that. And I don't want to equate this to my own life, but I will say there are people in our MMA arena who get celebrated for doing things that I just would have never been like, hey, everybody, I did this first. Because that's not who I am. Yeah. And some people are that way. And so I have done a lot of things first for women,
Yeah.
for women of color, for whatever, for all kinds of things throughout the course of my career, not even just in MMA, that I'm just not the type that's like gonna scream
You don't
about it.
telegraph. You don't telegraph.
But I
them.
guarantee you, there are people that get celebrated a lot more than I do, and I've done a lot more things first. And it's just never going to be celebrated, and they're never going to care about KB as much. Maybe for various reasons, and I'm not going to get into that. But, like, it's a bummer, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, I know, and maybe the right people know, but at the same time, it does suck. Like, I understand why Marvin's probably bummed that other people get more love and more fame, and, like, he always shows that.
Yeah, but we were talking about Cannonier, though, to be fair, yeah?
True, right. But same thing with Jared, right? He's amazing.
Yeah.
And everybody used to think he was just like weird, and he's fought in 3 different weight classes and this and that, but like, he's the spoiler, and nobody wants to like appreciate the fact that like, bro is good.
Do you think that like he don't fall into a stereotype like
I do. Because he's not the like he's not the black guy that's like, I'm gonna crush all your dreams. He's very humble.
You know, Black Beach.
Right. Jared's very humble. And then he, for a while, was into like his crystals and things like you know what? Honestly, my favorite analogy is, you know, in Boogie Nights, you know, the Don Cheadle character where Don Cheadle's like the black cowboy and he's just trying to find, and he's like, I'm trying to whatever. Like, I swear to God, and I mean this with affection. That's how I think of Jared Cannonier. Was he's like,
interesting.
He's a unicorn. In a world where there are people who are more braggadocious and more this and more that, and Jared's just like, I'm just a really good fighter. Like, I'm just a really good fighter, you know? And
well, it's a shame. I mean, you know, it's almost at this point, I feel like it's like if you was a WWF hustler and you had no gimmick, and you was just coming out there in tights or in underwear, and you just do great hassling, and then the guys you're fighting against have like, the guy got a feather boa, he got a parrot on his shoulder, the other guy is a fucking, you know what I mean, it's tough. I don't know if maybe the question is, in the modern MMA, can you get away with not having a gimmick anymore?
I don't know. And well, let's ask the fans. I don't know how people feel about Jared, because like I said, I feel like he's the spoiler to a lot of things that, you know, like when we were over in Sweden, he beat Hermanson. Everyone's like, God damn it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
everybody's
he just
bummed,
keeps doing these things he's not supposed to do. And everybody's bummed. But, you know, I don't know. Well, okay. Well, so I'm not sure how. Okay, well, they're having another conversation. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to ask you now, Renato, and then we're going to get to Emojinal Rescue in a second here.
Yeah, actually, Kara, why is my phone is only got a 20% for some reason?
Do you have to plug it in?
How long we been on here?
It's 9 o'clock.
2 hours. Okay.
Do you need to plug it in?
Maybe we should.
Okay, I'm going to show you this real fast, and then we're going to get to Emojinal. Okay. Cheaty's choice.
Hello and welcome
this weekend. Cheaty was right last week, though. He did pick Cannonier. So here's his pick for Emmett versus Topuria.
Jacksonville main event between Josh Emmett and Ilya Topuria. What we do is we randomize these two names in front of.
So I'm going to Florida on Thursday. I'm working this fight.
That should be a good fight.
I know.
Do this with one hand, folks. I swear this is a real talent.
I think I'm working with Lionheart this weekend.
In front of
nice. You got to tell him I say hi.
His choice. Cheaty has gone over to the right. Cheaty's coming off a win. He did pick Jared Cannonier, and this week he is picking Josh Emmett.
Yeah, I think my money would be on Emmett too.
That knockout power.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Topuria is a lot better than I thought he was.
He's very good.
He's no joke. But maybe this is a little biting off chewing off more than he can.
Biting off more than he can chew. It's not chewing off more than you can bite. Because how would you do that?
Biting, whatever's the one.
Biting.
You know.
I know I know the translation might not work. I would say. Trying to remember the word for bite. Anyway, it's like yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
comendo
so he made a
mais
good
que
choice
eu
on that one.
comendo mais que eu
Yeah.
posso comendo mais que eu pode fazer, like more biting more than you
Close.
can do, like
Close.
yeah. Okay. But I'm excited
But
to
not
work this
cigar.
one. But yeah, like Josh Emmett has great knockout powers. It's, sort of, if we're being real basic, striker grappler, striker versus grappler.
Mhm.
Josh Emmett has
Which
more
one
knockouts. It's not like Ilya's a great grappler,
Yeah. Yeah, but both of them is very dangerous.
I know.
Very dangerous. Yeah.
Okay, well, Lord of the Flies is saying they got Tapuria. Look at Ilya's really good. I'm not sure Anakin also has Tapuria. So I'm
Hey,
curious
listen,
what you
we
guys.
shall see.
Yeah,
We shall see.
Lucky Coast
Wait.
also saying Tapuria.
Who is the favorite? I would have assumed Emmett is the favorite.
I'm not sure. I would.
Who did the
Emmett's
betting
higher
on?
ranked, so yeah, I would imagine. I don't know all the odds for this one though.
I mean, at least a little bit, like a minus 100 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but
Huh.
but yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, like I said, I'm going to Florida on Thursday. Oh, this brings up a good point, Hanach. I'm going to Florida on Thursday, and I'm working the fights in Jacksonville, and then I'm actually gonna hang out in Florida for a couple days and see some fam.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah, there's a chance that I might need next Tuesday night off.
You're dead to me.
Here's the thing.
I hope you don't enjoy 1 second of your time out there.
I would be in a hotel, so we know that's going to be questionable Wi-Fi.
Sure.
It'll be late. It'll be, late. I will probably have had several cocktails with my mom by the pool.
That might be funny too. What if you bring your mom on this one?
Okay.
Oh,
How about we do this? Let's reserve.
we play it by ear.
We'll play it by ear. But here's what I will say, Renato. If we do a show next week, I probably would not book a guest, only because, like I said, I'm in a hotel.
Okay.
I'm going to be
I understand.
reliant on their Wi-Fi and stuff. So maybe we just do a Hot Topics show. Maybe we do a Jacksonville reaction. Maybe we do a something. I always love talking to you, but I know that I will be on vacation type thing.
Sure. Listen,
And it might
we could do a late Mother's Day. I can honor your mom. I can honor Maybelline for all the stuff that she's did.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll talk about it. Maybe we just do like a hit it and quit it,
That sounds exactly right. In fact, give your mom my email, Karyn. I'm gonna set something.
I just meant like a hit it and quit it, like hour and a half show, get out. But
Hour and a half? You call that hit and quit it? Karyn, I like your style. So listen, before it gets too late, let's get to the emotional rescue.
Okay, so folks, here's the thing. You guys know that now we have a new segment here. Wait, where did it go? Add to stream. Emojinal Rescue. So, I know a lot of people out there are on dating apps or on various things where people write to you and you don't know how to respond. And so I feel like we're here to help some people. I'm going to look here on Insta and see which questions we got. But Renato, I will admit to you that I am okay, so hold on. I got an advert when I posted it on my channel here. Let me look here. So I know that I am a person though who is the type who like writes more back, right? So I'm not dating anyone, and I haven't been dating anyone. Like, it's not even about like dating stuff for me. In general, though, like somebody will write me like, "Hey," and I'm like,
Okay.
"Hey, how's it going? What's new in your life? Do you want to hang out on Friday?" You know what I mean? Like, and I'm the one who, more often than not, is like
He's thirsty.
asking, yeah. And
Okay.
I
Even
had
with
to-
a person who's just a friend.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I'm lonely. So I've learned that
Oh, come on.
I am. I'm being honest with you. I am. So I know, and it's also not only that,
Oh.
but it's also like a thing that I know, like for the course of my whole life, that because I was a person who was always very much unlike everybody else in the group, like I was always the unicorn in the group, that I have a real desire to belong. And I really have a very
Okay.
strong desire to feel one of the gang and be included and be part of something. It's like a
Yeah.
huge deal to me that I'm really trying to work on. Because I know I'm very independent and I'm very confident in who I am, but at the same time, I really want to be part of some other thing.
I understand.
So I know that I tend to do too much in my texting.
Fair enough. And this is a thing, that can help. That can help. I can help. I think because I deal with a lot of different types of people, romantically, not romantic, business, all kinds of stuffs with text all fucking day long, and on social media and stuff. So I'm used to a lot of the stuffs that come at you. But I understand about the loneliness. One stuff that is interesting. You've mentioned that you used to play all kind of sport when you was a kid. Now, imagine, I always think about this with adult, is that all through your life, if you played sports, you was used to these teams, you have this team together. And this is something that when you're done with school and stuff, is that part of your life is
Evaporates.
gone. And you don't have the trips in the shitty van. You don't have all the kind of bullshit that go with that, and all the camaraderie, the wins, the losses, all that stuff is such a big hole that is so for people who was into sports and stuff, it's devastating. I think.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I go out there when I bring my doggy to the park. I see these adults, and some people make fun of them, but you got these adults, like fucking grown ass adults, playing dodgeball tournaments and all kinds of shit.
I
And
was gonna
playing
sign up for that.
playing kickball and all this kinds of stuff. And they fucking look like they having the time of their fucking life, and they playing music and doing this stuff. Funny enough, a lot of them tend to be like a lesbian league or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But these fucking people, I get jealous. I look over these lesbian.
They're having
and
a
I go,
blast.
these fucking chicks, I go, I like to hang out with lesbian, and
I'm sure you would.
yeah, well, I'll make an exception for you guys.
Hey, look I was already on a tennis team, so I have no problem. I know how to meet lesbians. That's not my issue.
Oh, porra. No, but anyway, I'm
But
saying
yeah.
like the camaraderie. So I understand that, and also being someone who I'm a very strange creature, because I am a person who needs so much fucking alone time.
Yeah.
I need a whole lot of that one. But I'm also a social butterfly. So it's
You're
this
Virgo,
and-
right? Is that right?
Virgo, yeah, meaning I'm a virgin. That's why I've also never had sex. Go figure. I'm saving myself for the height females, for the height lesbians.
The right lesbian tennis team.
To adopt me, kind of my mascot. But anyway, so what the fuck was I talking about?
Just saying you like your privacy, but you're social at the same time, which is how I am.
yeah.
I'm okay with myself,
Yeah.
but I like being around people.
Yeah, I like it when I want to have it. But I think that, and I know this sounds maybe cliche or corny or something like that, but one of the things that helps me so much to not get too lonely in my solitude is my animals. And I know you got Cheaty there. I don't know how much he provides you.
I got Cheaty for a week, and I have 2 different fish tanks, and my fish are my buddies. I'm not gonna
I don't know
lie.
how much they providing you in terms your fish is.
They just had
providing you in
babies.
terms-
My fish are getting it. I'm not, but they are.
and that can be even more depressing for you. But when you have a doggy that has been
Yeah.
neuter or spay or whatever, I tell you what, I'd probably be a lot more needing a lot more extra hanging out with people if I didn't have my
Didn't have
doggy.
your dog. Yeah.
But
Rudy.
God, my doggy is provide so much that je ne sais quoi or whatever. You know what I mean? Like when I come home,
It's
it's not the
camaraderie.
sounds of
It is.
silence. It's not
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel. You know what I mean? It's not like oh God, you know what I mean? It's hey, I got the doggy. You know.
It's
And
true.
even if I'm reading a book or if I'm watching a movie, I look over and there's somebody there. You know.
Well, and there is still something to be said about somebody relying on you and loving you and giving back. And yeah, I just can't have a dog
Yeah.
because I travel too much and this and that. And like, I live in an
Yeah.
apartment. It's like too much of a pain to like go down and let the dog
I
out. And
under,
like,
I
it's a lot.
understand that. I understand that, but talking about another thing true is it forces me to be. Why I would really be a fucking hermit. I would really be a homebody if I didn't have the dog. It forces me to go to the dog park. I have a whole lot of dog park friends that I would never even have
That's true.
without that. So you want to talk about a way to meet people and meet, different types,
Right.
But doggies, a lot of the shit that you worry about with a doggy, once you have them, you don't worry too much about that one.
Got it. No, that makes sense. Well, I wanted to make sure that we got to this because Phaser before with a donation, thank you so much, saying dating question, as a member of the uncircumcised brotherhood, do I let a female know from the get-go or do I let her unwrap her present later on? Okay, so Phaser, this is very interesting that you say this. And I know this is Emojinal Rescue, but we want to talk texting and love relationship stuff anyway. Strangely enough, I actually had this conversation with my daughter the other day. About the different things women encounter. And honestly, to be completely candid with you, I'm not a person who's freaked out by that. I would maybe, no pun intended, want a heads up. But I'm not, look at it. I guess maybe depending on who you're with, right? Some people might really be surprised by that and taken aback by that, and other people aren't. So I would say maybe the heads up is not necessarily a terrible idea.
I think it is a terrible idea.
You do, depending on who you're with, because I feel like there's some girls who've never seen it and they might be freaked out.
I'll tell you why. Because if you have a girl that's freaked out by that, okay? She's freaked out because she don't have no fucking experience with that one.
Right.
Okay? So what you're doing now is you're telling her, it would be like a girl saying to you, hey, by the way, I don't shave my armpits. Oh, hello?
Yeah.
Did I lose
Is
you?
that a big deal?
You froze. No, I'm saying,
No, I'm just
okay.
saying, like, whatever. So, like, that's not
I
a
put
big
it to
deal.
you this way. I put it to you this way.
I don't know if I'd equate those two things, but okay.
Well, men, you ask a man if he likes a woman with fucking armpit hair, okay?
Yeah.
And he's gonna go, that's a fucking deal breaker, okay? However, if he met a girl
In America.
and she was in America, but if you met a girl, she was the sexiest fucking thing you ever laid your eyes on, and then you're fucking with her, and then you see that, and it still is like fuck it or whatever, and then you might learn, you know what? I actually just found out that I don't even give a shit about that. Whatever it may be, who knows?
Honestly, why, Hanato, but time out, why would you care what's happening right here when you're doing something here? Like,
Because
why
we've
is
been
this even a concern?
Because we have been brainwashed to feel that women have to shave their armpits and hair. So we're used to that. I'm just saying, it's not natural, but I'm just used to it. I'm just used to seeing that women don't have arm hair, and they don't have underarm hair or what other hair?
I get
beard.
it. I get it. No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, who cares?
Legs. We're not used to having a woman without shaved leg, Now, if I had grown up when women just never shave their legs, I would probably, I can guarantee you, I wouldn't give two shits, because that would just be how women look for her. But, so anyway, the thing is, here's the thing about, here's another stuff about uncircumcised Jamie Johnson. When the one is hard, it's headed for action. It's not the same anyway, so you it's not like you're gonna take your pants down and have a soft dick. So ideally, she's gonna be seeing a big hard dick or some kind of hard dick right there, and she's gonna enjoy that one. she's not gonna look a gift horse onto the mouth. You understand?
I will say though,
Second.
as the woman in this situation, and
Yeah.
if this person is mostly dating now American girls, they will not expect that, and they might be taken aback. Like so.
So you telling him, your advice to him is cut your own legs off before you get a chance to do anything.
No, I'm not saying that's not that's not a like, I'm not starting with that. I'm just saying like, it's at some point, if you know you like each other and it's getting to that point, depending, I guess it just sort of depends on the person you're with. Because like I said, like some people won't even blink and other people will.
I have the best way to equate this. This is the best. And now I'll put you in this situation. You know how there's very different styles of vagina?
I guess.
Well,
I
you've
wouldn't
seen
know
them.
firsthand. I got one.
Oh, come on. You've never seen women in the fucking shower?
Okay, I see what you're saying, where some of things hang a little differently than other bits.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
For fuck's sake. I mean, I don't know about you. I've seen a lot of different vagina, even just, I mean, you see them in porno, you see them in maybe tasteful art film, whatever the fuck it is. But I personally seen a lot of different vagina, okay? And no matter what the woman look like, you cannot tell what her vagina gonna look like. And you know, some guys, I think some guys will say, oh, host beef or the curtains or whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. Or she have a big clit that hang out, or she have or she have one that look like a little apricot where nothing's put up. So there's many different style. Okay. So let's say a guy is heel squeamish about like, and these guys exist too, guys who's like scared of vagina.
Dude, you're lucky you're there.
I'm just telling you, I don't know about how lucky I'm there, but I'm telling you, I'm not saying that they hide about this, but there's pussified man who is not vagina enthusiasts, let's say, and they can be scared by the way a vagina look, you know, like they can be like, ooh, and there was this happening and this happening, where there's other guys who is like, let me in, coach. Okay, but that's the same thing with other women. There's women who love to give blowjobs, and they like it's like they canvas, you know what I mean? And then there's other women who's like, you know, I do it only because, you know, it's like I feel like I have to. And then there's in between, you know. But then there's women who even it turns them on to give it, and they like they fucking love it. I mean, it's the spectrum. So it would be like a woman saying, "Hey, look, before we have sex, I gotta let you know, I have the kind of vagina where the lips kind of hang down like this, and it looks kind of ugly." You're saying. Yeah. And it's like, why even like, you know, it's like if he don't like it, you know, that's his problem.
I think it's because the perception is that you guys will go into any cave, but a woman will not necessarily.
Bullshit.
I'm just generalizing. I think that's the perception, is that you guys are less choosy.
Whatever. I mean, listen, I'm just telling you. He is under no that there's nothing that can be gained by
well, this I done goof says that girl better not body shame me. You know, right? Which is right.
If a girl body shame you, she's a piece of shit. And
Ninja Choke is saying that you're so right. You know.
Okay, I'll tell you this. Okay, I will tell you this. And knowing females, if you have, forget about the circumcised and not circumcised. If you have a tiny penis.
Yes.
I feel like you would probably do yourself a service by somehow getting that into the conversation. Because I can't tell you how many women I've talked to that say that they have been with a guy that they liked, and then the guy had a tiny penis, and then they was like, I just couldn't do it. I just like, it was such a bummer. It's a deal breaker for me. In that case, don't waste your fucking time with a girl who's just simply not gonna fuck with you. You understand?
you're not going to tell me while we're having drinks, oh, by the way, I got 3 inches. Like, you're not going to ever tell me that.
No, but okay, the way I think a guy with a Chinese,
And I'm going to think you're kidding, by the way.
Okay, how many times have you heard or women wish they could chow if that men they could like chow
all the time,
like
because honestly, that's when we come up with, oh, I just remembered my early morning meeting. Oh, I just remembered whatever, because you guys get to see much more. Granted, we can have push our bras or whatever, but you guys definitely get to see much more of what you're really going to get.
True, except for there's one thing that is our version of that is this. Caralho. And if that happens, we have no choice. It's Obama. But in any case, I'll put it to you this way: if a gentleman had a Chinese penis, and I know there have to be some guys out there, okay?
Of course.
Now, okay, myself, I don't have a Chinese penis, okay, but I do a lot of if a girl get dirty before we even met each other, like if it gets to the point where we're talking sexually or whatever, and we can get into the subject of. Some girls are spicier than others, more forward than others.
Okay, so talk me through your Emojinal Rescue text. So what did she say to you? She's like, let's go.
Sometime like somebody we might be talking about, sometime the subject of penis could come up, okay? And it could be like, they could be talking about penis stuffs. You know what I mean? Like, well,
right.
if she might make some kind of joke or whatever. Now, at that point, a guy who have a Chinese penis could say, oh, is that what you into? Are you a size queen? And then she could say something like, well, I'm not a size queen, but let me put it to you this way. I do like if a guy have some working with blah, blah, blah. Or a chick might say, you know what? I've been with guys that's too big. And frankly, the way that don't get me off, it hurt. Or, you know what I'm saying? And then you could be a detective and find out what she like, and she could give you some signal that say, hey, look, this shit ain't gonna line up, and without you even asking her or telling her that you're about your penis or whatever.
I agree with you in that. I agree with you in what you're saying in that you don't necessarily need to disclose something that may or may not be an issue type thing. But I will say. Yeah. I guess for me, it depends on, just to wrap that question, it depends on maybe the how old that woman is, or like what her life experience is. Because I will say that if you're talking about, if you're like, oh, I met a girl, she's a 22-year-old girl from Arkansas, she probably hasn't seen one. That's not, you know what I mean? You never know,
but also I've noticed you don't watch a lot of porno. But I've noticed over the years in this new crop of people that is in there, that is the stars and stuff. You used to very rarely see uncircumcised penis. Now you're seeing, at least in the ones I happen to watch a lot of the ones with the guy is black. The woman could be whatever color, but the guy, for some reason, I usually make the guy to be black in the ones I watch. I think I like to live vicarious. The closer I look to my Johnson, the better. I'm just telling you. You want me to lie to you? So a lot more. You're seeing a lot more of these younger guys. It must be because there have been a movement of guys who felt like they wish they had let the parents had let them.
Well, right, they had no choice in the matter, right? So the moil comes and they have no choice in the matter, right?
The moil. I think if you're Jewish, you got no choice.
It is,
but
right? Yeah.
But I'm saying, people who's not Jewish, I think there have been a movement in the more with like maybe millennial or whatever, who like their parents said, let's let them make the decision or whatever.
Well, from what I've always understood, though, if you choose to do it later, it's going to be extra painful. But if you choose to not do it, it's better for you in terms of sensitivity and stuff, right? Like, so what I've always understood from guys is that you retain more sensitivity by being unsnipped.
Yes. And the fact that it's probably not, it's an unnatural stuff to begin with. I mean,
right. Okay.
My God was made. yeah, was
Hopefully,
made a
hopefully
clown
we answered their question. Okay, but so in terms of, like I said, emotional, like I said, I end up being giving too much. Wait, I'm trying to see if we had some questions from. I'm going to look at the YouTube stuff and see if we got some questions here. But my thing is, like I said, I am generally the type to give too much. So if Hanato, if somebody said to you,
shit. I meant
okay, so
10%.
somebody
Anyway,
here's
go
a
ahead.
comment here on Emojinal Rescue. I done goofed rather. My girlfriend said she doesn't have an internal monologue. I can't begin to understand how she lives like that, which is an interesting thing. Like, I obviously always have an internal monologue. That seems weird to me that somebody wouldn't. Like, that is weird. I've heard stories about people where they say, like, they don't talk to themselves. Like, I remember actually listening to this whole podcast with a person who, like, doesn't think like that. It was a weirdly weird thing that their brain wasn't always constantly thinking about, like, what if, what was, what this, what that. Like, it was something really strange about a person that just, like, actually.
Listen, let me tell you something. I should probably get an extension cord or something.
Oh,
some
you're about
kind of
to
shit
die?
because, yeah. So
Okay, go.
I'm just gonna die. So
Plug
hold on.
in real fast. Plug in real fast before you die here. But anyway, my point was this person was saying something. It was so crazy to me that it was like something really interesting. Like they didn't have an internal monologue, or like they didn't think about things, and they didn't always wonder what other people were thinking. And I remember thinking, like, I wonder if that's really liberating. Oh, now I'm getting an echo. Or if that's really weird. Because I'm an overthinker, and that's why I have a hard time sleeping at night and stuff like that. I'm an overthinker, so to me, the idea of a vacant mind is very strange. And, like, who else would be in there? If to have a quiet mind would be... I don't even know. And now that we're hearing the echo of my own voice on the show, this is kind of what my life is like. Hey, KB, what should you do? Should you do this thing? I don't know. If you do this thing, what will happen? Maybe you should take the Taoist approach. Don't do anything. Don't force it. Now I'm having fun with the echo, but that is how I feel, folks. So a lot of time I'm wrestling with the ideals of Taoism and of, like, the whole idea of, like, you should go for what you want and approach your dreams and make positive efforts toward your goals. And then the whole Taoist approach of, like, be like water, right? Like, let things happen, don't force things too much. So these are the things that I wrestle with all the time. And yes, martial mixed arts, Hanato may not have been wearing pants. That is a very, very real possibility. And you're right, Anthony, it's the volume from Hanato's phone. He went to go find his plug, and he didn't undo the microphone. And I love this, Little Seal. Most people are NPCs. The mind is the battlefield, and the prize is the soul. That's funny that you say that whole NPC thing. This is funny with the echo. I heard something the other day where people were like, oh, they call it everybody NPCs, and my daughter and I actually refer to some people as NPCs sometimes. Everybody in the world is an NPC other than you, right? But, yeah, I try not to overthink what people are thinking, but I maybe do. But so anyway, in terms of the text messages, yes, I'm a person who somebody will say, hey, and then I'm like, hey, how are you? How's your day going? Do you want to hang out? And then a lot of the time I don't necessarily get that back or whatever. Sometimes you just get crickets. So for me, I've learned to try to match my texting. I think this is probably annoying with the echo, but I try to match the level of my response with what I've gotten. So if somebody just says, hey, you write back, you go, hey. And I guess it depends on what time of day it is, too. And when I brought this up with my daughter, she said, well, how many Y's are there? And that is a whole thing. Hanat, you back?
Hold on now.
You going to plug in? Put your ears in. Yeah. You're looking very vivid, though. It's good. I'm glad you've plugged in. One day, folks, we'll get producers. Like, the dream is for us to have a studio to do this in, to really level up. I want this to be as good as our vision actually is. Oh, you there? And the ears are coming back in. 1 second, almost. And let me see what you guys have to say. But anyway, my daughter was saying that the answer to the hey question, but yes, Marshall Mixed Arts, you are all listening to my inner monologue. Are you okay? Sam is saying you look a little frustrated. You okay? And folks, look he has been trying. Hinach told me he got a bunch of new gear in the favela, and so he's been trying to get it to work, and stuff like this. So he is trying to get it to work, and we do want to make this all better for you. But yes, so that is something that I have noticed that I do. So the thing with the haze is apparently, I guess, depending on what time of the day or the night that they write to you, right? And I don't have a person with whom I exchange booty calls or anything like that, but I am curious for those of you in the comments here who do have that. Like, yeah, is there a thing where like, this means it's on or whatever? Or have you tried to hey somebody with a booty call and it didn't work out? Because I feel like, I don't know, I guess you kind of already have to have that relationship, right? Like, you can't just like cold call somebody and try to create that scenario. So I feel like you probably would have already had that established before you just were really texting with each other. Like, you guys already know each other for a reason. Maybe they're a friend of yours. Maybe they're, obviously, isn't that, I'm trying to judge my hair, friends with Benny. Like, isn't that the thing? I don't know how that arises. Because, I don't know, Lil Seal saying you can usually tell right away from the profile vibe. So you're saying, like, on socials, like, you can, so do you, this is, I guess, the thing that I don't even know. People tell me this, and even Hanato has told me this. It's like, oh, yeah, you can, you don't need to be on dating apps, because I'm not on any of those. He's like, you can just, like, meet people on Insta and on Facebook and stuff. I'm like, you can? Like, I don't know how that happens. So you're telling me apparently you can tell certain things by their profile or whatever. I can't. And now that you say that, I'm curious what kind of profile means that they're open to that kind of thing. Because now I'm like, well, what does my profile look like? And like, does that mean that? Or does it look like that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Like, some people in general, guys or girls, look like they're sort of DTF more than other people. But, Ninja Choke, I can hit you up anytime we have a connection, do we? Well, thank you for that. Yeah, honestly, if I'm honest with you, your girl's going to have to figure something out soon.
Am I in the mix or what?
Yeah, you're back. You're here. We could see you and everything before, but I guess your audio wasn't back.
Yeah. Now it is back. Okay. So,
well, Lil Seal was saying that they can tell right away from profile people, the profile pic and their vibe. Like, my question to you, Hanach, is when you're trying to let one of your girls know, like, hey, swing by the favela, like, let's get it on. Do you, because my daughter was like, well, I said, well, when people write you and they go, hey, she said, well, it depends on how many Y's there are. So how many Y's do you send with your text message of hey to let the girl know it actually means what time is your lift getting here?
Well, first of all, I'm not the type to put a hey like that or just any kind of, I try to come up with something a little more exotic than that.
What do you do to get the girl to come? It's 10 o'clock at night, Hanato. What do you do to tell the girl to let her know she should come over?
I like to use humor a lot, but if you're talking about like an emoji, are you talking?
Yeah, in general, just text me. What are you texting your girl at 10 o'clock to say? And what should other people text their potentials to let, how do you get them there?
I say you have to dive headfirst into the fact that you booty calling them. Like you have to make fun of yourself before they can make fun of you.
So you're owning it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to own that one. You have to make like you have to acknowledge it, because if you try to pretend that is anything but that, then you just come off like you're a fucking insincere, like then you're a scumbag, you know? But
Yeah,
if
it's
you
10 o'clock. You actually don't care what my thoughts are on the upcoming vote. Like, you don't care.
exact, so you know, I'm a master of using gifs and stuffs like that, you know.
But are they eggplant gifs and stuff like that? Or, like, how obvious are you?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm trying to think of like what would be a, because I don't these days I don't usually spring up on somebody like that out of the blue. I usually am pretty good about coordinating these things, you know.
Yeah. You got a
But
Tuesday girl, you got a Wednesday, you got, like, different...
I just am like, when I looking at my calendar, I'm like, well, I got stuff doing here, but hey, let's, you know, this weekend or this, just try on this next Wednesday night or whatever. I got festivity, but how about, you know, whatever. Um, um, but I will put stuffs like I will snatch even little shits from movies that I remember, lines or whatever, and a video. Like I sample stuff. Like I might put a clip from a video that's um like it could be Willy Wonka. Like what do you like if she's like, well, what do you want to do or whatever, and then I show like Augustus Gloop like eat like hogging all the sausage. You know what I mean? Like what are we gonna do? You know, and then she'll be like, you're terrible, but she at least knows like, hey, look, this is
Got
what I would
appetite.
like to do. This
Yeah.
is what I would like to do. I want you to have a all-you-can-eat sausage festival over here.
That's pretty
You know?
funny. So it's humor, but it's also sexual.
For me, because it's humor, but it's like it ain't that funny. You know what I mean? Like we're joking, but I'm not joking. You know what I mean? You know, but I don't try to bullshit that. Hey, so just wanted to. You just hand through my mind, and
Just checking it, right? Like,
I just
you're a little
thought, you
bit
know,
more direct.
yeah, I'm like, my ladies can appreciate that not gonna sugarcoat it. You know, that I'm like, they know what the fuck I want. You know what I mean? They know what's going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would advise people then maybe to be more wait. So Lil Seal saying, KB, it's 10 p.m. at night. I'm going through my Tinder. Here's how it goes. Hey, we
Oh.
should hit up couples counseling sometime and see how long it takes for the therapist to realize we never met. That's funny.
Listen,
That's
let me
funny.
tell you something. That person is gonna get a fucking message back. That's exactly the type of shit. That's
That's
exactly
funny,
the
though,
type
yeah.
of shit. Absolutely. But that's something that somebody never heard, too. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that is funny.
Yeah, and they're gonna take note of that. Not, you know, it's the worst. How's your day going? Oh,
Right.
God.
Well, here's Ninja Joe. Karen, you're intoxicating like fine wine. Uncle Hanach is my sweet little malt liquor 40 ounce. Who doesn't love a 40 when we're slumming? I love a 40 when I'm slumming too. But no, you're right. Like if a guy, like I said, this is all completely imaginary because y'all know how bad KB is right now. But if a guy, like you said, at 10 o'clock and it's just like, hey, how's it going? Girl, I know why. I know why you texted.
Yeah, the hey, how's it going shit.
I also think you probably carpet bombed a bunch of girls because I showed my kid, by the way.
That I don't do.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
I finally showed her Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She's never seen it. So we had a real bonding moment the other night. And she's
The
like,
mom.
okay, this is good. And like I was telling her, I was like, this
Yeah.
is canon. This is
The
a
attitude.
canon film for my generation. And so she watched it and she understood it. But the whole thing with Damone and the carpet bombing with all the girls.
Yeah.
And so if a guy were to send me at 10 o'clock at night, hey,
Yeah.
just hey or whatever, like I would totally feel like I was being carpet bombed.
I know guys who do that. I don't do that. I don't know. It's just not really my style. But I know guys who treat stuffs like marketing. You know what I mean? They like, I throw out that thing. They do a mass tax, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I don't know. That's just never been my style. I'm not above it. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? I'm just, yeah. I don't know that that's me. But because also I don't want to have that many fucking iron in the fire because I don't like my energy. Like I don't like to keep that many fucking on the hook. You know what I mean? Because you gotta
How
keep
many
feeding.
girls do you juggle at a time? 2, 3?
It
How many?
depends. It depends. You know, you have a couple, and then you know what I like more than anything? It's not that I'm fucking 20 women all throughout the week. I love when I have the option to. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't
I
even
don't.
avail myself of that. Huh?
I don't know about options of effing.
Oh, come on. But I'm saying I like if I have something going with a couple lady that even if I'm not even taking advantage, I like when I go to Huntington, you know, I like when I go to the park or the supermarket. There's still some romance about the fact that I can do whatever. There's still adventure out there. There's still stuffs that can happen. And I like my life to be like that, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't like having to be in contact and constantly tending to this many different
Yeah, you want to guard. You don't want to have to always be working the garden. You
can't-
want a
I
couple of
can't-
flowers. You don't want to
Yeah.
have to be.
I can't be texting 20 fucking people all day fucking long. I can't do it, you know?
See, and that's the thing about the I'm on zero dating apps and all that
Yeah.
stuff because like for various reasons, but partly part of it is because I do have a forward facing like public job and I'm not
Yeah.
trying to just let some rando into my life and I'm not trying to just start texting you my life with like I don't know you, you know what I mean? Like so even if I thought your picture was good, like I don't know you. I need to meet you in person. I need to see you face to face. I need to get a vibe from you before I'm going to give you my life story. You know what I mean? I'm not going to I'm
Sure.
not going to do it.
And that's fair enough. Everybody have different style on those sites.
Yeah,
anyway,
I
so-
can't. To me, I can't imagine. Like, I think about it, and like I said, I got waitlisted on Raya. I didn't even get in because they probably
Oh,
think I'm
God, are
just
you?
too much.
Well, you
of
don't
an
gotta
old-
tell everybody that because keep some mystery, God.
Being honest, whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't care. It's the only. I tried to get on it. I know other people like whatever. That's the only one I considered maybe doing because it was the only one that was supposed to be for like, whatever industry people, and they don't want me. So whatever. I guess like I didn't want to do it anyway, right? So
You know
the fact
what?
that I got rejected from it was kind of like, yeah, well, that makes sense. I don't
See,
want to.
we
be
have
in it
an
anyway.
opposite approach because that's the last kind of chicks I want to be fucking dating. Is a chick who think that they belong on like that or on
Right, but
that.
my whole thing with Raya
Yeah.
is that it's supposedly an app for like industry people that like I would maybe know. Like literally that's my reason for wanting to be
Yeah.
on that one because it would be a person that literally maybe I would know or like 3 people away would know. Like I'm not trying to just get on Hinge and meet Joe Schmo. Like I don't know. If I meet Joe Schmo, I'd rather meet Joe Schmo in person at the golf range, at the tennis court, at the thing. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to Joe Schmo. I'm
Yeah.
just not telling Joe Schmo my life story because we met on Hinge. Like, and I don't know you, and I've never looked in your eyes, and never looked at you eye to eye. Like, I'm not telling you my life on my text. I'm
Yeah,
just
you don't
never
have to.
gonna.
You know, like for instance, there's
But
there's
I've never
some
been
guy-
on a dating app, so I don't even know what they're like.
Well, I do, and I can't tell you what they like, but I will tell you this: that especially on the ones that is more like about no strings attached type of enjoyment, it hunts the gambit of what women is into. Some women is like, I'm working. I work this much. All I want is somebody to fuck and watch and smoke weed with, or something
Like,
like that. I
service
don't-
me, hang
I
out
don't
for
want
10 minutes, and
nothing
then
else.
leave.
I don't need a best friend. I don't need other. Then you got some that is like, look, I'm kind of like looking for something where it can be open, but I am kind of looking for a thing with this. And then there's some who go, look, I don't want to fucking text back and forth. If we like each other, we're gonna meet for. They have it all lined out. They go, we're gonna meet for coffee. If we like each other, then we can go from there. But I'm not gonna waste my fucking time. Or you got people who is very direct.
I guess that's how I would
and,
be.
And let me tell you, sometimes I see those approach, and there's nothing wrong with someone's approach, but it don't work for me, and I get hit of that person. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. And they're gonna find the people that links up with. You know what I mean? But everybody has different approach, and some people is not gonna like what I like. You know what I mean? And they can fuck me off too. You know?
Okay, well, like I said, I've never been on one, so I don't know, but I can tell you that I would probably be the type that if I liked your picture and I was like, hey, how's it going or whatever, and then you're like, hey, how's it going? Like, I can tell you, I would be that person. It's like, I would maybe text you a couple of times and be like, Yeah, like me for coffee or drink. Like I'm not going to give you my life over text.
Yeah, and you know
without
what?
knowing you. Like it's just not
Guess
going to
what?
happen.
Guess what? I don't know any guys that's really looking for hearing about your life over checks. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, I mean, it feels like there's a couple jokes that happen here. You know, like a couple, like, is this person even funny? You know, that's one of my stuffs. If you don't have a sense of humor, we're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna annoy you probably. You know, if you don't like my brand of
Right.
whatever's going on, so I will hit you with some stuff. And if you come back with like that's weird, or if someone says weird, I know that my humor is I can just weed you out right now. I go, this ain't gonna work. Boom.
So that's exactly it. So Emojinal Rescue. So a girl writes back. So you write a joke, and she goes, like, I don't get it, or
Well, there's a difference between not getting it, because sometimes if you spell if something
because she's 12 and she doesn't understand your reference.
let's not put it. Let's not say 12, okay? You're gonna put some stuff.
She's 18 and she doesn't know the
That's
reference.
more like it. No, I'm kidding. No, but that can happen. That naturally some of that stuff can happen. But
Yeah.
also sometimes shit over text. Sometimes jokes that would work in real life that depend on tone and chiming cannot be translated in checks. So sometimes someone just don't understand what you meant. But then if they understand, you can tell them, no, I mean this, and they go, oh my God, LOL, I didn't even, blah blah blah. But then sometimes there's just something where someone's like, that's weird, like, you're weird or
and
whatever.
they kind of shut it down, like in an improv when they say no instead. You're
Exactly. And I'm not gonna say, oh, you have no taste, or some people just don't line up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not for everybody. I mean, I'm for a lot of people.
I know. Look at our numbers.
But if I can tell if I'm gonna get along with somebody, a lot of times you throw a couple stuffs out, and sometimes if you're not afraid to lose a girl, you can throw out some outrageous shit, and then if she goes for that shit, that's a lot too. My movie selections.
I was just gonna say, what's the craziest thing you ever offered up to sort of test a girl, or to like
Fuck.
maybe not test, but like, you know what I mean? Like, has there been something that you threw out and you're like, I don't know, but
someone said something. This chick was kind of like maybe being like, I was kind of thinking like she might be a dud or something, and then
Yeah.
I just wanted to see, and she said something about my parents or something like that, and I said, oh well, my mom passed away or something like that. And she was like, I said my mom passed away from tendonitis or some shit like that. I said something stupid, like something just so it was something so fucking stupid, and
tendonitis.
yeah, it was something that, and it struck me funny. I was literally laughing out, and like I can't remember. It sounds so off the cuff now, but somehow it made sense in the moment, and
Right.
to say something so stupid. And there was like such a long pause, and it was like, what do you mean? Or something, or like that can't happen, or how's that? And it was something so serious. And I was just like, you know what? You can't make someone something that they're not, you know what I mean? So like, I'm the type, sometimes I'll just throw out some ridiculous shit. And if you can't haul with it,
right.
most likely we're not gonna enjoy each other's company. And there's too many fucking women out there for me to waste time with someone who don't like my brand of what I got going on,
That makes sense. No, I'm just looking to see if we have, I'm just checking YouTube and everywhere to make sure we have some, well, somebody here is asking if you are really vegan, and they're saying that that's stupid of you to be vegan.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy that they
For the
think that's
last-
weird.
No,
So many
it's not,
vegan
yeah.
athletes and like stuff like that.
I've been for about 12 years now.
Yeah. Well, I am a pescatarian, but
Oh, that's another thing. That's not something I lead with. You know what I mean? You know when we was talking about divulging stuff to people?
yes, you don't tell people are vegan right away because people write you off.
I don't. Whether
people judge you.
just things like, it's like I would like somebody to meet me and see me as just I'm me, you know? And any of that shit that happens to come out, they're gonna either like it or not like it. And usually it never even come up until someone offers me some shit or we ordering
Right.
stuff. And I don't even go, listen, I'm a vegan. They just go, hey, you want pepperoni on there? And I go, oh no, I'm good. I'll take something else or whatever.
Right.
You know? And then if they come, but I don't wear I don't wear these things as a fucking identity, you know?
Yeah.
You know, now if somebody else is a vegan and they have that in their stuff, I can say, oh yeah, me too, whatever, whatever. And then you
Right.
can vibe on that shit. But I'm not gonna, you know, why X yourself out or why make yourself a victim of people's prejudices about those stuffs before
sure.
they even get a chance to know you?
So here's my thing. The last thing I will ask you on Emojinal Rescue. Then, what do you do?
Oh, and the emoji, yeah.
My thing is to, I'm not great at signing off, right? Or like even when you're just texting with your friends, like, how do you know it's over? Like, I literally am like, I don't know when I'm supposed to be like, send one more thumbs up or like, God, or whatever. And like, so, you know, like when people like, thank you too. I'll get like, I sometimes like literally am like, wait, like, I guess I don't write back now. Like, it's stupid things like that. Like, I'm not, I don't know, maybe partly too, because I worry about being polite and different things that I feel like, again, like I come off probably a little too needy in my texts. Like I probably do.
Okay, so I feel like it's this way. I feel like it depends on how often you talk to this person. I have a couple people that I talk to very frequently. We can send each other a fucking meme or a stupid thing or a comment or something and send a LOL or oh my fucking god or emojis laughing or whatever, and we can fucking leave it at that.
Right.
You know what I mean? We that good a friend.
Right.
Where I don't have to go, hey, by the way, you know, how you been? Or, you know,
exactly.
Hey, everything, you know,
right.
Whatever the fuck
like,
it is.
I know I could send you something really stupid and then you would just be like, cool, and then I don't have to say anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
right.
if you and I was having a fucking serious conversation about something.
Yeah.
Where we're going back and forth and it's a long fucking exchange and there's stuff that we hashing out or we, you know, it could be about heel shit about dating or heel stuff about career or whatever. I'm not just gonna at some point just stop the line of questioning or whatever. I'm not just gonna go silence.
I'm out, right? Yeah.
In that situation, I'm gonna go, hey, oh shit, hey, listen, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Hey, I'll talk to you soon, and I put the peace fingers or something like that.
Right.
We'll continue this later or tonight or tomorrow, whatever the fuck it is. That's a common courtesy.
You acknowledge ending the conversation.
Yeah, certain stuffs don't even, but certain little shit doesn't even require all the pomp and circumstance, you know?
No, you're right. I get. Like I said, I don't have anybody that I'm texting in a romantic way, so it doesn't really come to that. I just know that I'm often the one who, you know, my text bubbles have more in them, and so like I said, maybe it was while you were trying to get your extension cord, but I was explaining that I've had to teach myself to just give back what I'm getting.
Well, okay, and that's a, you know what, that is what you just answered your own question, because I was gonna find some roundabout way of saying that. Not that I was trying to save you feeling. I was about to just concoct a whole tapestry of, but to be honest, that's what it is. Because I'll tell you this. I'll give you a perfect example. There's a friend of mine that I talk to all the fucking time, a male friend. Okay, all the fucking time. Just about arbitrary shit, but sometimes serious shit, sometimes sports, he hunts the whole stuff, okay? Now, I sent him some fucking thing about that, you know that fucking black guy, Beetlejuice, you know the guy who was on like Howard Stern?
Yes.
It was just some stupid thing about somebody doing a
Did
fucking
he die?
little...
A long time ago?
No, he's alive. It was something about a figurine of him, or somebody was making like a beautiful figurine. It was some stupid shit. And it was just a little exchange that didn't require any kind of reverence or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was And then he jumped off into something like, blah, 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 this and that. And I was kind of like trying to do some of the stuff I was telling you about. I was trying to get ready for the show. And I was a little stressed out about trying to get some stuff happening here.
Right.
And then I was kept on shooting him back, like maybe like, oh yeah, word, or
just real short,
or whatever. I was
trying to let him know, like, hey, I'm busy. I can't really give a lot right now.
But I wasn't even, I and it wasn't even like I was trying to like, I can't shake this guy or whatever. I just kind of was like, that's all I had in me at the time. I'm trying to do this, And then I started to hear like, this fucking shit is really distracting me now from what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to heed instructions, and then this comes up, it goes, bram, bram, and this comes up. And then I said, my brother, I'm trying to get ready for the stuff. So I'm gonna, I'll get at you later, And then he knows what that means. He goes, he liked the comment, and he's fucking out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's just communication. Or you know what? You could say, even if sometimes you just don't have the bandwidth, where you're just like, man, I'm about to take a nap.
Right.
Like
no,
that.
I
Like,
get it, and it's funny because I text with my mom like every day, lots and lots, and there are some times where I'm just gotta say like show prep, like even literally I can look at my phone and literally I'm like, I'm cooking dinner for the kiddo and I'm in show prep time, like I can't really talk right now, like I gotta go.
Listen.
And I feel bad sometimes sort of being dismissive, but at the same time I'm like, hey, I'm just being honest with you, like because like you said, if I've been giving you short answers for the last few 4 things, it's probably because I got something else going on, and so I try to be
So what you need to understand, what you need to be conscious of is, since you know that you can put yourself in those shoes in that situation. You gotta start recognizing that. And it's not even a personal stuff. Sometimes just people is like, they just doing too many things at once, and now is not a great time. But they don't want to fuck you off. Like, but they saying like they trying to satisfy you.
But if you read between the lines, you can tell you're really not getting back what you're giving, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
If you're getting one word answers, and then they're not adding another thing to it, like for instance, if me and that dude was talking about basketball, and he goes to me, yeah, it looked like boy, I hope that he signed Austin Reaves this in the off season, and I go, word, and then I don't say nothing else.
Right.
That probably means I'm doing something right now. Right. Because if I want to talk about that, I'm gonna go, yeah, but who
else we got for the draft pick? And
well, such and such team is probably gonna offer him this. So fingers crossed. But it looks like they're probably gonna fuck this one up too. I have a lot to say about that subject, but not right now. So if I give you like, I agree, but let's leave it at that, okay? Because
that means, homie, I'm busy right now.
That just means that like you're right about that, but we'll put a pin in that. I'll elaborate later.
Right. Well, Anthony, I'm saying sometimes it's good to just not reply as soon as the thought of, would one more text be awkward? Like, I get that. And I feel like that's how I am a lot of the time. I'm the one debating, like, it's probably done. Like,
Can you give me a specific? Can you give me a specific, and I can help you? The more specific, the better.
Well, let me think of one recently.
Or even a hypothetical that you could create that's exactly like this shit.
Well, like for me, like I said, and I had to learn to do this. Somebody would be like, "How's your day?" Or like, "What's your day look like?" or something, and I'd be like,
and then you give them your whole itinerary.
Yeah, no, I won't do the whole thing, but I'll be like, "Well, I'm doing this and that," and then I'm done at like 5:30, so maybe we could grab a drink, and then I don't hear anything back. And now I feel like an asshole.
But
because because this person asked me what my day was like, and in my brain, I read it going, "Hey, what baby girl? You're fine as fuck. What time are you off so I can take you out?"
But is this a man? Is this a man?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But like I said, it's not even romantic like that. Like it's a friend, and I would go, yeah, like I do da 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 da.
Okay,
I get off at such and such. Do you want to go grab a drink? And then like I never hear back.
Okay, here's a step you're skipping, I think. If I'm you, here's what I'm doing. They say, "What's your day looking like?" I'm doing X, Y, and Z, but I'm probably You know, I'm probably like, I'm probably kind of free after whatever. How about you? What you up to? You know, and then you can hit the temperature because maybe I don't know, who knows what the fuck is on their mind, but and then.
But see, I talked myself out of asking that person, what about you? Because in my brain, like I said, I've already convinced myself I say too much. So even me saying I'm doing this at this time and then I'm free at 5:30, I feel like I'm like, it's implied then that at 6:30 we could meet for a drink or whatever. Or maybe I'll even say, but like, so I then talked to myself out of saying, what about you? Because I've convinced myself now that I say too much.
If someone, I mean, I feel like it's just standard to be like, I feel like it's almost rude if someone says to you, hey, how the fuck are ya, or whatever, you know what I mean? And then you just go, I'm fucking great. What's missing?
I do always say you. I get it.
How you doing? I mean, I'm doing
But like
great.
I said, that's what I'm saying.
Okay?
I will end my thing. I used to always end it with, what about you? Do you want to meet for a drink at 6 o'clock? And I'm the effing thirsty one who always gets let down.
You're skipping a step. Someone says to you, how you doing? I'm fucking great. How the fuck you been holding up here? Great. Hey, listen, man, I got a fucking, you know, I don't know. It's like, if they say, well, what's your schedule look like? I go, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty free. How about you? Because I don't know yet what the fuck they even asking. And I don't know if I even want to go to what they ask. I'm also poking around for like, are they fucking trying to ask me for a ride to the airport or something, you know? So
am I trying to move this dude right now? Yeah. Like,
I'm going to hedge my bets. I'm going to go, I don't know. My schedule's kind of up in the air. And then they go like, wow. And then they go, well,
I got 2 tickets to see the whatever. Yeah. Like,
I want to come over and fuck you or whatever. And then I go, well, it looked like my schedule is out, you know. But then if they go, hey, listen, I need someone to help me, kick a tenant out of my building or something like that. I'm like, you know what? You on your own. They say, you know what? Guess what? I'm fucking my dance card is full.
Well, I will say, like, this person here, Lil Seal, and we can wrap it up here in a minute, but Lil Seal saying, girls don't know what they're up to, Hanaj. You just got to tell them, be ready by such and such.
Yeah. I mean,
well, and this guy on the dating apps, Lil Seal saying, timing is important. You got to reel them in within a certain time frame from the hook. If a few days go by, then a bunch of new dudes can like get in there and start having conversations as she moves. Like I said, I don't know because I don't do dating apps, so I don't know how aggressive it is out there. But
yeah. I mean, that's the other thing is, imagine potential women. Potential. That was a Freudian slip. Imagine potential man that you're trying to get, that you would like to.
I might switch to women at this point, Renato. I don't know.
Even those women. I
gotta do something. Huh?
Even the women. Let's say you did that. Even those women is on fucking dating apps. So what's happening is there's probably a lot of the potential guys is getting. There's people who have a direct line to them. Pew, 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 and they in there before you even get a chance to even fucking talk to these guys. You know what I mean? They dance card is already, because they got the modern technology way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So the numbers is like, there's already people on who's getting in to the club. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. Well, to be continued. I would like for this. Yeah, I know it's the first time, and so maybe people were a little bit bashful about it or whatever. But I do hope that, you know, if people have examples, or like if you want to kick it to somebody, maybe you met somebody and you want to flirt with them and you don't know what to say. You know, Hanach and I will help you.
And I will tell you this: a little fucking humor. There's nothing worse than feeling like, you know, you're going in for a job interview, or you're talking to a humorless person. I mean, let's face it. What's the number one thing you like to do with your friends?
Laugh.
And it don't matter what what job you have. Every fucking person, when they get with their friends, the first shit they want to do is make each other laugh and do all the kind of shit that polite society. When you're out there, we have to live by the rules. We have to be
Right.
nice to people. We have to open the door. With your friends, you can go, oh, go fuck yourself. You can do all the stuff you can't do in regular life, you know?
To your point, literally, I'm working with Lionheart this weekend, and I haven't
Yeah.
seen him in forever. And as soon as I see him, I'm gonna talk crap. Like, immediately, I'm gonna ride his ass about whatever, because
Yeah.
that's my homie. And I'm just like, it's
Yeah.
hilarious to me. And he's gonna come back at me with some bullshit, and we're gonna just razz each other for
There you
like,
go.
and that's the best time.
There you go. And so the sooner you get to that kind of, the sooner you dispense with the, oh, this is very official, and
Right.
It
Right.
is a pleasure to have made your acquaintance and all that kind of bullshit.
Right.
You know, the sooner you cut the bullshit,
Yeah.
I think the better. You know.
I
And-
hope
and-
I agree with you. I mean, to me, I know for me, humor is literally at the top. Like, I need the dude to have a good face, but making me laugh is worth so much, because I have so much stress and so much worry about so much stuff in my life that, like, please give me some levity. Like, because I'm usually the one in that position of being the entertainer for other people.
Yeah.
And I want, like, please, I want nothing
Yeah.
more than to sit back and not be the one that has to entertain
Yeah.
somebody. Like, please do it for me. Please.
Luckily, a lot of guys like to, you know, talk.
Well, I
fucking-
haven't met him yet, but I hope to.
Well,
Yeah.
well, shit. But in any case, I'll tell you this. As much as men love us horny and love to fuck and all that kind of stuff and is hunting women and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
If I match with a girl on one of these fucking things and she hit me first and what she comes with is, how's your day going? First of all, I don't know how to react to that. I immediately, my fun meter is turned off.
But if she
And
comes at you with some humor,
Yeah,
like,
and
what
you
up,
don't
brown
need to-
sugar? How you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
and
or
it
some-
exactly. And if
Right.
it don't, even just something that shows your personality, just something I can grab onto, because almost like we were saying, like in improv, if I come on stage in an improv and I go, and my first thing I come out with is, how's your day going? Is that gonna be conducive to a great improv
No.
show? But if I come out and say, oh shit, this floor is hot, you know, I gotta come with something
something, right?
to give you something to hang on to, because how can you create off of something that's dull? You know what
And
I mean?
I feel like literally you're exactly what you just said is the reason I won't do these dating apps and stuff, because I actually know I'm really effing good at that stuff, and like
Yeah.
funny texts and stuff like that. Like, I'm effing good at it, and I'm
Well-
not giving that away to somebody that I don't know yet. Like, I'm a gold at that stuff. Like, I'm
True.
funny. I do I'm not giving that to you if you
True,
don't
but
know
it
me.
doesn't even have to be like the creme de la creme. Like, for instance, okay, some people is better at filling out the shit, the information, than others, okay? And some, you know, like, let's say someone, I can't get a sense of what they like at all, but they put one fucking thing that's a movie that they like that I know, and I will give them the most, and they say it's their favorite, they love this fucking
the most
movie.
obscure
I will give them the most fucking obscure shit, and then we at least have a jump off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
We have something we might be able to build off of, you know. But I'm not gonna say, "Hey, good looking, what's cooking?" or
I
"Hey."
will say, Renato, as much as
Yeah.
I deride you about whatever and your girls, like, I will admit you probably give good text. Like, I bet you do.
I'm fun to hang out with. I give them a good chimey. Let's put it that way.
I bet
and
you
it's not
do.
all just slang and dick and all that.
No, I
kind of
bet
stuff.
you do. I think
Yeah.
obviously we're friends. Like, I bet you are probably pretty damn funny. I bet it's funny. If you get a girl like as cool as me, basically, if you get a girl that's like willing to give to you, it's probably a blast.
Sure. And if she's
Yeah.
smart, and if she have a smart sense of humor,
Yeah.
we can hit Chinese balls back and forth.
Right.
And then it's become like a game. It's fun.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's fun. That's what you
and,
want. Yeah.
And not the kind of like pickup artist shit where it's like, oh, I bet you a dumb, stupid bitch. And then she, you know, I'm not talking about the manipulative bullshit.
Right.
I'm just talking about like, hey, look, clever shit. You know what I mean? Back and forth. And innuendo and shit. You know, like fucking
I
around,
bet you're
having some
good.
fun.
I bet you're
can
good.
be.
Well, here
If I have a good
HMBJJ
partner.
is saying, "Damn, you got a high social IQ from the 27th World Tide Champ." Yeah, I
Well,
mean, look,
caray. But sometimes, let me tell you something. Sometimes they don't leave you nothing to climb onto, and then you're at the mercy of trying to say you're trying to throw out anything, and then sometimes you just miss. You throw out something, and you can tell they're like, ugh,
yeah, I mean, honestly, it's funny because I don't know. It's hard in the abstract to think what somebody could write to me where I'd go, ugh. But like I just know that even like so for example, I met this person a while back and then they were texting me and they were cute and I was like, oh, maybe this is the thing or whatever. We're talking, and then I've come to find out like the person like lives with their girlfriend and like all this stuff. So I'm sort of like, part of me is like, why are you texting me? Like, and
Well,
so and at first it was it wasn't overly flirty for me, but at the same time it was sort of like, maybe this is going somewhere. So it was probably a little bit flirty. And then I found out that they had somebody. And so then I was like, well, then my stuff just immediately went to like school teacher. You know what I mean? I'm like, why are we doing this?
Well, of course, unfortunately, when you're dealing with guys, most likely it was leading somewhere.
Right, but he literally he's like,
I understand.
after he didn't say it until I said something, right? Because it's funny because I was actually nervous at first. I was like, I don't even know, because when I met this person, I met them in person, and and we kind of vibed, and I thought they were good looking and stuff, and like we didn't really see each other for that long, and so at first when we started texting, and I was like, oh, I was nervous about saying like I had a kid, like even because like you know what I mean, I didn't know or whatever, because at the time at our meeting we didn't talk about it, so I was initially a little nervous about it, and I knew I was older than this person anyway, and then I was like, oh well, I actually have a kid, and I was nervous about it, and then come to find out that like, yeah, this person like has a girlfriend and they live together and all this stuff, and I was like, well then what are we doing? Why are we
Well, I'll tell you what he was doing, I mean, he wasn't, let's put it to you this way, he wasn't heating the home hung like as if he wasn't attracted to you and you just was like, oh, he just wanted to be friends. Yeah, he was just shady. You know what I mean? Like, welcome to fucking life. I mean, there's shady guys that will fuck chicks that ain't their girlfriend.
I know. And then honestly, part of me
that,
was
when they have a girlfriend. Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I don't know what to do now, because like I said, I changed. If the initial texts were at all a little flirty, the tone immediately changed, because I was like, oh, I'm not trying to, like, you got this
Put it
girl.
to you this way.
I then friend zoned them.
Yeah, as you should if you don't want to fuck a guy who's with somebody.
Right.
So there you go. But you're never gonna eradicate the possibility that men could be out there cheating. There might be a guy who will straight up lie to you that he don't have a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like look, if you're looking to never let that happen, there's no guarantees about that.
Right.
And look, people are people. They're not infallible. So. But
well,
I would just, if we're talking about though, back to, humor, I think letting someone know that you know how to play.
Yes.
And that you're not going to just interview them or you're not going to be a stick in the fucking mud, that you know how to play. I think that's one of the main stuff. And you know what? That can translate into a lot of stuff, because even though it's the humor, people who know how to play with humor probably like to play in the bedroom and probably like to play with cuisine, like to be adventurous with their stuff.
Right.
You don't want somebody that's fucking boring. You know what I mean? Also put yourself in their shoes. What would you want somebody to say to you? You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I give such good text, which is partly why, because I'm like, I know I give better than I probably would get from Joe Rando. Like, so that's why I'm also like hesitant, because I don't think a lot of people are as funny or as whatever, like I don't.
And,
so I'm not trying to give that away.
And that's how you weed them out too. Like that's fine. Like there's a lot of people out there. You don't have to settle for people who's not up your alley. There's so many people. There's too many fucking people.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. There's none up my alley in a long time. But at any rate,
you gotta build a better mousetrap.
I think the mousetrap's damn good. It's the mice are shitty.
If the mice
the
ain't
mice
seen it,
suck in LA.
listen.
The mice suck.
if the mice ain't seen it, and they seen other mice is on these other device, they just not seeing it. They don't know it's there.
I know the mice in LA absolutely suck, and this piece of cheese has to get herself to a different city because the mice aren't biting here.
Maybe you need to fuck with. I'm not a mice. I'm a hat, and a hat is more ferocious and have a bigger teeth and claws. The hat, when the mice is away, the hat will play.
Hey, listen, we've been on for a minute, so where can people find you on the socials?
All you female can find me on Renato Laranja. Renato _ Laranja. Yeah.
Are you on Tinder?
No, I got hit of that one. I the only ones I really fuck with is some other stuff. That's
Hinge?
for people who.
Bumble.
It's for people who's not playing around. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for the faint of heart.
Grinder.
Not fucking Grinder, but it would be like the
DTF.com. DTF.
Well, kinda. I mean, it's just people who is open to, who have other stuff to do besides get married and have kids.
I just feel like some of those people have others taken a lot of penicillin and stuff like that. Like, I guess that's also my fear.
And guess what?
If you're married 20 years, like that is, I'm not going to lie, that's a big part of my fear is having been married for so long is like, what the hell is out there? What the hell are you all breeding in your diseases and stuff like that? Like, what's going on?
And everybody chooses what they want to deal with or not. But I don't know how many years we got left. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna enjoy my fucking self. And guess what? True. There's a method to this stuff. If you have most of the community of people who is like open or what do you call ethical non-monogamy or whatever, they're very serious about like getting screened and
hygiene
and even some people will request that you show his ouch. So a lot of these people who is in the community of like I'm my own person and I don't have a who is non-monogamous.
Because nobody ever faked one of those cards.
Well, I mean,
I know what you're saying though. I agree. Actually, I do know what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, there's no guarantees with fucking nobody.
I know what you're saying though, because I have met people like that are like,
And guess what these people are not doing?
But I get tested every month, and I do right.
And I'll put it to you this way: I can bet that the guy who was married or have a living girlfriend that was trying to fuck you is not out there being honest about that he likes an open relationship and in those communities. He's the type who's going to be a scumbag about it, okay? Mm-hmm. So he would be less likely to be on top of what he's, these chests and be in these stuffs than maybe people you think is a scumbag because they're part of these kind of community.
They're actually doing it, yeah.
They're actually being honest.
That makes sense.
Whereas some of these other fucking people is like that, but they're full of shit.
That makes sense.
So, I'm past a lot of this bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm past a lot of the stuff and pretending that I'm okay with somebody who may I don't want to get married now, but I would like to keep the door open for so you want to get married?
Yeah, you're
and guess what? Yeah. I don't. And more power to you. But fucking why were we wasting each other's time? I don't fucking have nothing to do with that. I don't want no fucking more kids. I don't want nothing.
I would get married again, personally.
No marriage, no fucking kids, no none of that bullshit. Yeah. I don't want none of that. And there's people like that. There's career women who are well-to-do and take care of themselves and smart and all that stuff. But guess what? They got their own life and their career is important to them. And they would like to have some sex on top of that. And maybe someone to watch a fucking movie with. But they don't need nothing from you.
And her name is Karyn. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry.
But look.
And she's wearing a green shirt and she has curly hair and she's...
But there's stuff that come with that lifestyle too. That is like, are you okay with the fact that they might be doing other stuffs too?
Right. Oh, for sure. Yeah. When you're a grown up in a grown up relationship, you got to be ready for the other person to be doing some grown up stuff too. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and Yoko Hanach is can be forgiving about that kind of stuff. So I'm not I'm not trying to own anybody either.
Nice. Well, I am working this weekend, so I'll be heading to Jacksonville on Thursday. Like I said, I'm working with Lionheart. I'm excited to have him back. Haven't worked with him in forever. I think it might be me and Anthony and Dean, which is going to be great. So I think it's Dean, which will be hilarious. So
Dean. Well, Dean is gonna. He's always gonna stir up some shit.
Oh God, that guy cracks me up. And so these fights
man.
are on ABC actually.
Oh.
But we'll be doing, I believe, our regular, stuff on Friday and then, Saturday. But it's Tapuria.
Are they at a weird chimey?
It might be, honestly.
I hate
honestly,
that.
Like I said,
They don't tell
I kind
you.
of.
They gotta tell you. I miss those some chimey. It's on ABC. It's like, it's at 1:30 p.m.
Like
I'm
5,
what
yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny that you say that because it might be because I did get some emails about like if we're off the air at this point, we're going to start here and we have to, because there's more contingency things like that.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't really worked any of the other ABC shows, so I don't know. I did one maybe years and years ago, but since we've been to ESPN, I don't think I've been on any of the ABC ones, so I don't even know. And honestly, like I said, I've had my kid the last few days, and like here's what I'm saying honestly about the texting about how I said I give too much and I don't get as much back. I've actually learned that about MMA. Like, as sad as it is, like I love MMA and I feel like I give a lot to like MMA and the community and all this stuff, and I'm like not getting back the returns that I want. So I'm not gonna lie, like I've pulled back some because I need to care less about things that don't care about me. You know what I mean? And so, but like I was like, wow, maybe for a couple days I won't read every single MMA article, and I'm just gonna like hang out with my kid. You know what I mean?
See what happens. I think there's a lot of value in that too. Fuck it. Yeah, you gotta listen. Again, life is. I mean, this. Life is fucking short.
I spend way too much time. Yeah. I'm a person, and this is one thing that I've learned over the last couple of years is like, and I've kind of always known it about myself, but like, I stick in things longer than they serve me. I try to, like I said before, like I want to be included and I want to belong so bad that I try so effing hard sometimes, and I really need to just realize like they don't want you and they're never gonna want you, and like just leave. And that's honestly like different things I've learned in my life that I need to care less about things that don't care about me.
That's true. But when you do that, you leave the door open for the shit that's good for you. So
right.
I'm a firm believer in that. And you know what I think though you could use a healthy dose of is just find out what the fuck you really want. I mean, like
I know.
I
know some of the things, but
just do it and don't worry. Oh, I don't want to do this. I want to do this, but I can't because I'm a recognizable personality, or my parents my family might find out, or what would people think of me. That shit is a sure way to not do the shit that you really want to fucking do.
Right. But unfortunately, and I agree with you, but for me right now, my whole thing is just like, what can I do to make money? Because I desperately need
aside
to
from
make
that,
money.
I'm not talking about that.
I know, and so it's hard because I want to do what my heart wants to do, but I have to make money. And so I'm guided by the necessity to make money.
So let's take Kahir out of it and just talk about in the dating. If you didn't have all these buts in the thing, what would be what you'd just do? You know what I mean? Like, well, I would do such and such if this wasn't like that, or if I didn't have this, or if I didn't have a daughter, or if I didn't have a mom, or blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a little bit of, you know what the fuck I feel like doing? I feel like doing this.
Right. Well, honestly, I feel like that's what happens when I travel and when I leave. Like, I was literally explaining this to my kid. Like, I'm like, when I'm travel, right? So I'll be in London next month, and I'm going to go for work, and then I'm going to stay for 4 or 5 days by myself. I'm going to go to Paris, then I'm going to stay for 4 or 5 days by myself. I'm okay with traveling by myself. I do whatever the F I feel like, and whatever. I don't necessarily do that here in LA. Like, I wouldn't necessarily go out alone here in LA, but I'll do that out in other places. But that's really what it is a lot of the time, is like the problem with being married for so long is that you end up with a bunch of married friends, right? So now when you're single again, all your friends are married and they can't do all the stuff that you want to do. Yeah. And so I don't have people to go out with. So I'm ready to go out and dance and do this and all this. And I don't have anybody to do it with. So then I'm not going to necessarily go alone, because now I'm the old bitch in the club, like standing there alone like a weirdo. But I'm
Well.
not. I wouldn't do that here because it just feels weird. But if
I
I'm alone,
understand.
if I'm in Paris, I'm like, well, F it. I'm in
Yeah.
Paris. I'm alone. Of course, I'm going to go to that place to hear this jazz because I'm in Paris and I'm not going to come. Like, I don't know when I'm coming back, but
Sure.
I don't do that here in LA. I don't go out alone,
Sure.
and that's why. And maybe
Yeah.
things would change if I did do that, but I don't go out alone here very
Yeah.
often.
I understand.
I'll go
I
to a
understand.
play. I'll go to the Geffen. I'll go to like a play. I'll go to something like that. But I'm not going to a bar by myself. I don't go to a club by myself. Like, it's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
I don't do that either, you know. But
Yeah.
see, my remedy is I I make plans with people over the
Right.
interweb.
It's a little different
but
for
that's
guys.
that's yeah. I mean, but you gotta remember, I'm not dating guys. I'm dating females. So
I know, but I'm saying for you, it is a little whatever. Anyway, this show is super long, so we should probably wrap it up. But yeah, I'm excited to work this weekend, work at the next couple shows. So I'll be in Jacksonville, and then I'll be in Vegas next week. So for the folks who got here a little late, Max Payne Griff was with us at the first for the
nice.
first like hour and 20 minutes or so of the show, hour and 15. So Max Payne Griff is fighting on July 1st, and you want to check that out. But also remember, Hanach, Phil Rowe from 2 shows ago, he's fighting this weekend.
oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. He was a good
And-
guest too. He was
He
a
was.
spicy. He was a spicy guest.
He was spicy. Our
Yeah.
last couple of guests have been real spicy because we had Phil
Yeah.
Rowe. He's fighting Neil Magny, a former guest of ours, and Phil was real spicy, talking about
Yeah.
all his goals and ambition in life and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
then also last week we had Joaquin Buckley, who put like the whole welterweight division on blast.
Listen, I just forgot about that. Yeah, that fucking guy was funny. He you know what's funny? I had a lot of people say they became a fan of him from that. Because
Same.
I think he came off a lot friendlier on our thing than he does.
I think so
people
too.
think he's an asshole. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
so too.
And he came off like funny and also you saw him laughing a lot, which you don't really see. You see him being a little like, I don't know, but people was a little surprised by that, which is another reason. If you managers out there, get your fucking clients on here because we bring out the best.
I agree with you, and 100%, especially with somebody like Joaquin, who 100% has kind of more of a tough exterior because of different things. And I also was pleasantly surprised at how much more like, I don't want to say that I didn't think he was conscientious, but like he seemed to, and maybe he's changed some even from when I first met him, right? Like maybe some things have happened where he's changed, but like he did seem more reflective about different things and like have a sense of wanting to give back and stuff, and like laughed a lot and things like that. So yeah, please, if people haven't seen it, go back and check it out because we do. However you feel about, if you like Joaquin, you're gonna love the show, and if you weren't sure how you felt about him, like Renato said, I think you probably will really get a better sense of who he is. So
I've been more pleasantly surprised on our show by people than ever disappointed. Like I've had people I thought this is gonna be like pulling teeth. I won't name who I thought that.
Yeah.
But it's never happened. It's like the people is always better than I thought.
For sure. So remember, folks. You can find all our shows as audio downloads as well on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher. This is episode 88, so that means there's so many to get back to. Max Payne Griff is a multiple guy, and you can go back and look at old shows of his. But we've been doing this for a while, and we'll play it by ear next week. Maybe we'll just kind of do a hot topic, like shorter show since I'll be on vacation. But
sure, whatever's easy.
I only say that because, like I said, I don't want to rely on the bad hotel Wi-Fi, and like I don't, what I mean. I don't want to book a guest and have all this stuff and then have it crap out.
I did it a handful of times. I know it's sketchy, and also
right, and you feel
the fucking lightings and stuff, and
right,
all that.
right.
Oh my
you feel bad. So But yeah, so Renato _Laranja on all your socials, right?
The world famous one.
Right, and for me, it's Karyn Bryant, Kary, and Bryant as in Kobe, no relation, but may he rest in peace. So hopefully you guys have had a good time, and it was the first time with the Emojinal Rescue, and hopefully you guys, if you have more questions, can get us next time. We're here to help. We love talking fight stuff and dating stuff. Like, we're kind of a full service show, Renato.
We are very different from all the half stuff that one.
I know. I was looking for my
better
applause
than the
thing.
half.
I dropped my applause. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
We're
You're
a
gonna get a
full-service
couple
show.
more. You're gonna I'll give you a full service. if you're not careful.
But anyway, we do appreciate all you guys that are here with us every week and stuff like that. And yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah, check out the last few shows. Just be good to each other. If you're texting, don't text too much. Right?
Yeah.
Give what you get back, or give back what you get.
Yeah.
Have a sense of humor. Don't be needy.
Yeah. Throw out some zingers. Throw out some fun stuff. Make people laugh. I got it. Don't treat potential romantic partners different than you treat your fucking friends that you goof around with, because hopefully they're gonna become one of those stupid people that you fuck around with. So treat them as such. They're not these things to put on a pedestal, and they're just human beings that like to laugh. Everybody likes to fucking laugh. You know?
You're right. On that note, folks, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being here, Renato. It's great seeing you.
It's great seeing you too.
And we'll let everybody know where to find us, but we'll see you next week, probably for a shorter show. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks so much to Big Max Griff for joining us.
Ciao.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao.